So they just record the lines and get out. But yes, Wes still has it.
Yeah.
I think it might be because, I don't know. It might be because he's, compared to the other voice actors, he's constantly working all the time. Like a lot of the Simpsons people are like, I do my Simpsons episodes and that's it. And then, 38 weeks out of the year, they're not really doing anything because they don't have to. But Billy's constantly out there doing stuff. I gotta watch the new Futurama. I haven't seen the newest season yet.
I think you were on vacation or you weren't online when we were talking about the new King of the Hill trailer. I'm guessing you saw those.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought the trailer was good.
Yeah,
I'm
excited.
I laughed out loud a few times. That's first week of August or something?
Yeah, it's coming up. So I definitely am excited about that.
I'm very excited about that. And unfortunately, 2 people died.
3 now.
Yeah, Chuck Mangio.
Yeah, Chuck Mangio. That was number 3 this week for me. Ozzy, Hulk, and Chuck Mangio.
3 amazing musicians. We all saw Hogan play that guitar. All right,
true.
Let's do this. What have I got? Wow, thank you for the kind messages, everybody. All right, this. 3, 2, 1. Go Nintendo Podcast, episode 985, the Screamtail Podcast. Normal name for a Pokemon this week. Mom Brain, if you will, please.
You have to scream everything.
Please do not do that.
It sounds
out
aggressive.
Of your tail.
Yeah, I could scream out my tail. There's been only one reported sighting of this Pokemon. It resembles a mysterious creature depicted in an old expedition journal. What that creature looks like or is, I can't tell you because that is not here.
I know, and it's funny, dude, because it looks almost exactly like Jigglypuff. I meant to tell you that. It's like Jigglypuff with different hair.
Interesting.
I
really
didn't even know
out of
this
ideas.
existed at all. I need to look into it more.
3 feet 11 inches tall, 17 pounds. The category is paradox, and the gender is unknown. Abilities include proto-synthesis, not photo. Proto, which boosts the Pokemon's most proficient stat in harsh sunlight, or if the Pokemon is holding booster energy. And that is the end of this Pokemon section.
Thank you, Mom Brain.
My pleasure.
Yes, Luke?
Not too much about that Pokemon.
Yes.
Hard to
It's a
find.
mystery.
Yeah.
Let me...
It's hard to know. How do they even know that thing about harsh sunlight if they've only...
Professor Pokemon.
I mean, what
There you
about...
A beautiful Jigglypuff is what I should have said.
Yeah.
Sexy Jigglypuff.
Yeah.
But that screams.
I mean, at this point they've had 900 Pokemon. They're like, sexy Jigglypuff, yeah, and it's a mystery.
They're like, we see everybody on the internet making sexy versions of Pokemon, so why don't we do it ourselves? Hello, everybody. Hello, Mom Brain. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Hello, Drew Michaels. How are you?
Uku.
Good to see you.
Uku.
And Lube is here. Lube, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking.
No Nikki Hill this week. It was a surprise Lube visit, which we'll always take. But of course, our regulars are here, and that means Josh Grobot is here.
Is this thing on?
It's on, my friend. You're back, baby. How you doing?
A big hello to my fans.
Millions of fans across the world.
I'm feeling so great. Thanks for asking.
What have you been up to, Josh? Anything new?
Call of Duty.
Yeah,
Bro.
I had a feeling. Okay. Anything else, Josh? Are we good to move
I
on?
have a Balatro addiction.
Oh, you and my mom
Minecraft
and my
bro.
Minecraft, Balatro, and Call of Duty, Josh? Hell yeah. Okay, thanks, Josh. Okay, thanks, Josh.
Why don't you ask George?
George is here. George, how are you doing, my friend?
But George, no.
George, how you been? It's been a couple of weeks. You hanging in there, doing well? Things going good?
Yeah, I'm hanging in there. No scurvy this week.
Oh, that's good to hear. What did I? There was Lyme. Yeah, something Lyme related.
was
There was
Lyme.
Lyme. I wanted to tell you, George, and I forgot. I apologize.
I made a lime drink.
That was 2 weeks ago, right? I think I told George that, but I don't remember.
Oh.
I think I did, and I never tasted it, and it looked like it separated right away.
It was very good.
What was it? Lime and cream?
Lime, water,
Cream in my lime,
sweetened condensed milk.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it
guys
sounds
talked
good.
about this
Yeah,
a couple of
it's
weeks
It's
ago.
like a frothy limeade.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Well, sorry, George. Sorry we didn't get you any, but maybe Mom Brain will make some.
Maybe next week you could make it 3 weeks in a row talking about it without it hitting my lips.
I'm so sorry, George. I mean, to be honest, I'm sure whatever you make, and if you made a version of that, would be far superior to anything that we could make. But
And I would share it too. That's
time-
the difference.
I was going to say next time I will make sure I remember to get you some.
Yeah.
Crunchyroll is launching Anime Nights, a theatrical event designed to give fans a shared experience that honors the art form. What? First 2 movies you can see. I'm reading this right now. This is
Breaking news.
breaking news.
Breaking news.
Also, what are the movies? That's right, breaking news. First up, October 20th is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, a series I'm familiar with but haven't seen episodes with. Then on November 17th, a celebration of Overlord's 10th anniversary, another anime I am familiar with but have not seen. Oh well, but that's nice news.
Oh, you had key lime pie cookies. Radical Defect Master Higgins said the grocery store I work bakes key lime pie cookies.
That's what it was.
But you had the
yes.
key lime. Yeah, you and your mom.
Yes. Oh, they were so good. I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry to keep bringing this up, but they were delicious.
It's okay. Maybe if you give Do Michaels one of those blueberry Oreos, he'll forgive you through me forgiving you.
Let me say hello to Discord, and then we will get right to that. Hello, Radical Defect, and Red Souza, and Maddie B, and Freddie Fro, and Malik Halo, and Nico Drunia, and Nintimdo, and Drake, and
Nintendo was complimenting your haircut.
thank you.
Do you have that picture?
Very low taper fade. Ice Dilbert and Vachi and E17. What picture are you talking about, Mompri?
The haircut that I gave you?
I
That
don't.
Melanie took?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of the picture that we couldn't find.
The picture that we couldn't
Melanie
find.
took it, and we're like, "Oh, did she take it on her phone, or did she take it on?"
Yes, I remember this discussion, but I don't remember what the picture looks like.
There it was.
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Ha ha.
Not
Isn't it
appropriate.
funny? That's why I didn't remember it, because it's only funny for other people. But I'll put it in the Discord. Here you go. This is why you go into Discord, people. You might look at this picture and be like, boy, that's a really funny head vein, but that's not what we're looking at here. The picture, we were in North Carolina, obviously, Outer Banks, in a house with like 20 plus family members. One family member, my lovely cousin Melanie, was sitting next to me, and she was like, oh my God, you have one big hair on your head. And I was like, what are you talking about? And she took a picture, and there you go. If you zoom in on that picture, you can see there's one perfectly uncut hair sticking straight up out of the top of my head. So when Mom Brain was shaving my head, she missed that
Oh
one.
man,
Yep.
you didn't
And
keep it, did you?
I didn't
Could've
go
done
to
a comb over with it.
I didn't go to remove it because I am cold all the time. You can see there in that picture, I'm wearing my Spider-Gwen hoodie. At some point, I took it off over my head, and I must have ripped the hair out because my cousin was like, "Where'd it go?" And I was like, "I can't see. You
needed
gotta tell
that
me."
hair.
And I was like, "It's gotta be gone." So that's it, all gone. But we have the photographic evidence, so it was there at one point.
That reminds me of a Simpsons joke. I don't remember what episode, but he loses the 2 little lines of hair that he has, and he's like, "My hairs."
Yes, I remember that. I can tell we're going to talk more about Outer Banks and all that stuff, but as promised, Lube, always the Oreo fan, has brought us 2 Oreo flavors to try. One we're a little behind on, and one we're really, really behind on. But he brought us the Selena Gomez Oreos, which I knew about but have not tried, and he also brought the blueberry pie Oreos, which were around years ago and have been the #1 requested Oreo for them to bring back. And it finally just came back. So,
This is
Lube,
exciting.
you can open whatever one you want first, and we will try them live.
I know George really wants Stu Michaels to try these. So
Freddie
I'm gonna
Fro.
start with those.
Freddie Fro, that's
Nice.
so damn funny. Freddie Fro, responding to my picture, says, "Babe, wake up! The new Pikmin type just." That is so funny. I am becoming a Pikmin. That's it.
Congratulations.
I've had the Selena Gomez, so I want
Yes.
to try these too.
I also want to try this. I see questions about the Selena Gomez flavor. Chocolate and cinnamon cream cookies are Selena Gomez, but we are trying the blueberry first. Here you go.
Ooh, good colors.
Yeah,
Let's
these are
take a
fun
sniff test.
looking.
Smells of blueberry
like
pie.
pie.
I'm gonna try the cookie on its own, which I imagine will just be a vanilla
Oh,
cookie.
no, I feel like you got to do the whole thing.
Cookie on its own tastes just like a cookie on its own.
Mm-hmm. I'm eating the cream by itself.
It's good.
Taste that artificial flavoring.
Like-
Yeah,
It's
it's
got
like
Pop Tart. It's giving Pop Tart.
yeah. I was gonna say blueberry, but I think
Mm.
you're
Yep.
you're on.
Okay. I can see why people wanted this back.
Yeah.
That, you know,
I
you're
bet
not
you-
going to confuse it for anything real, but that is very good.
I bet you it's great. You know, with a glass of milk, dunking it in the milk. I bet you it's
Mhm.
great.
Or like
Mhm.
crumbled over ice cream, like vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, really good.
Wow. Really stains your fingers. So, hello, Joe Shabadoo. That is a man.
Mhm.
That's a killer. Hello, Tony De La Mancha. Sorry, I'll stop talking with my mouth full.
Oh baby.
That blueberry Oreo is good, man. It's like
That's
a,
crowd pleaser.
it's like an 8.5. I'm gonna give that 8.5.
That's good.
I could be convinced to go to a 9. Well, Selena, you've got a lot to live up to, my
I mean,
girl.
I've had these. I really like them. If I
Would you
didn't
like
like them,
another?
yeah, of course. Of course.
There you go. Do.
Yes, please.
Come on, brain.
Oh, yeah. Give me
Oh, these have
give me
a.
sniff first.
Oh, that's a smell.
They
Yeah.
smell spicy.
It's the cinnamon.
Oh my
Nice and
goodness.
spicy.
Yeah, quite pungent.
I don't know if I like that smell. This one I will just go all in on.
That's nice. I
Mm.
actually think if you could take the cream
Mm-hmm.
out of this and put it on the blueberry pie,
This
It
is a
would-
winner
it
too.
would be more
Yeah.
pie-like.
Wow. I don't. The smell's not bad, but I don't like the smell of it. But it tastes really good.
Yeah, like it tastes like it doesn't have to be an Oreo. Like it could be its own cookie,
Mhm.
you know, and you would never know.
Man, Oreo's killing it.
2 winners.
Yeah, that's another winner. I think I would give the tip of my hat to the blueberry over the Selena, but Selena's like an 8 out of 10. Man,
But I guess if you really want to get like technical about it, like for an Oreo cookie, the chocolate makes it more classic Oreo. as
yeah, but
opposed to-
vanilla Oreos have been around for a while.
Yeah.
I just want to be the first to thank Selena Gomez for going in the Nabisco factory and painstakingly putting these cookies together for us because she's doing a great job. She's so busy. Only Murders in the Building and singing, and now she's making cookies. Great, good. She's what's the phrase I'm trying to think of?
Dynamo.
No,
She's a Renaissance woman.
no, like somebody really important to the country.
A
National
national
treasure.
treasure.
National treasure. There we go. That's it. Selena Gomez is a national treasure. Maddie B says Selena Oreomez. That's great. Well, I wish we could share all these cookies with you, listeners. But you are, if you want to,
I got them both at ShopRite, which is the local supermarket chain in our area.
I'm sure your Targets and Walmarts all have them too. And if you want to do an eat along, you could try them while you're listening to the show. Man, those are good. I would kill both of those packs.
Tasty.
You're a right Candy Crush guy. All right. So, plenty to talk about. Obviously, we were away for a couple weeks, but now we're back. North Carolina. We were in North Carolina for our usual OBX trip. Mom Brain, you want to say anything in general about the trip?
It was great. It was a really great vacation. Relaxing. Really just a fun time. And I don't know. Like I said, it was a vacation. It was like a true step out of reality, and it was great.
You might remember last year when we went to the Outer Banks, we came home early because multiple people came down with COVID while we were there. So people were under quarantine in the house, and more kept falling each day. So it was just a nightmare. It was terrible. So this year really made up for it. We had like a really, really good vacation. We were in a new house this time. It was right across the street from our favorite ice cream place in the Outer Banks. So we literally would just walk across the street to get ice cream whenever we wanted. And we could look out the window and be like, "Line's too long. Don't go over now." Oh, it was amazing. It was so
Nice.
good. Their ice cream is incredible. So that was great. But on Patreon, as I said, lots of people playing games all week long. It was a game fest. I don't think there's been another year where so many games were played. Every year people are playing games, but this year it was like overload. There was, let me think. There was Pac-Man, there was Balatro, there was Fortnite, there was Donkey Kong Bonanza, there was Undertale, there was Deltarune, there was a pinball game because there was like an arcade unit downstairs. I'm forgetting. There was Picross. There is so much stuff. Everybody's playing all the time, so it's just a lot. And you know, everybody's at the beach and at the
Switch
pool and
World Tour, Museum Tour.
We did play Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Welcome Tour.
Quite a bit, actually. And the game where you basically play Twister with your fingers, huge hit. Everybody wanted to do that one. And the family was split between people who could do it within like the first couple minutes and people who needed like 20 minutes to get it done. I'm one of the 20-minute people, but I got it done. But that one was a lot of fun. Everybody was playing that. But yes, there was lots of the mouse games being played and all that stuff. Plenty of stuff being played. All kinds of games that we played that week. So lots of gaming fun. And then obviously I wasn't covering the site at all. I did not do any work down there in the least. So thank you again to Quince, who has 2 years running been the GoNintendo man while I was on vacation. So it was an actual vacation and he did a wonderful job. And I messaged him right before I got an Oreo bubble. Right before I was going on vacation, I was like, I know there are rumors of a Nintendo Direct. If that Direct happens while I'm in North Carolina, I have my laptop. You're not going to have to cover it on your own. I was like, don't be worried. And he was like, there's rumors of a Direct. I was like, yes, unfortunately there are. But we escaped. Everything was good.
They didn't announce the Switch 3?
They did not yet. But the rumors are that the Direct is still happening before July ends. So that would mean this week's going to be a Direct. So, and more of the very dependable sources are now saying that their sources are confirming there will be a Direct before July ends. So sometime this week, either Tuesday or Thursday, because that's when Nintendo usually does them. So it's going to be a nightmare week for me because there's that. And then there's Nintendo's first quarter fiscal results, which always come out on a Monday into a Tuesday. But for some reason this week, they're coming out on a Friday, which absolutely sucks.
Oh, boo.
So Friday and Saturday night are going to suck for me. But it's going to be a big week for Nintendo fans. So if you like Nintendo.
My summer officially starts on Friday. It's my last day of summer school.
What plans you
The
got?
last day of my teaching career.
Big plans?
No.
We learned a new phrase in North Carolina. It's not a new phrase, but it's something somebody said that we are now adopting. We think maybe you guys would like it. When something is bad, you say that's ass cheeks. Because a few family members went to a karaoke place. The karaoke place had trouble. They only got to do one song. A guy who was there complained how they only did one song, and he goes, "That's ass cheeks." He yelled that out to the guy in charge, and everybody in the family thought it was funny. So we've been trying to stick with it and make sure we say things are ass cheeks when we don't like them.
Nice.
So, there you go. All right, that's enough on
Okay.
that. What else we got? I'm okay. A little teaser for things happening this week that are not Nintendo Direct related. Again, I don't officially know if there's a Direct, but there's going to be a Direct. Things to look forward to this week. We will have our Donkey Kong Bonanza review this week, not coming from me, from someone else, because I have much more to do in that game. So look forward to that probably Monday. Also, you may know that, hello, Colossus, that WWE 2K25 launched on Switch 2 this past week. I have a review copy. I have not had a chance to play it yet, but I will be very soon. My understanding is it is a very good port of the game, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's going to be worth some money, right? If Hulk Hogan's in the game.
Well, WWE's been putting, like, to be frank, dead wrestlers in their games for a long time now.
No.
But this will be the last one that came out while he was still alive, so maybe.
Maybe they should make one where it's only dead wrestlers and you wrestle in heaven and hell and purgatory.
You could probably have a bigger roster than the current roster if you go that route, because there's many more dead wrestlers. But I'll have a review of that eventually. But what I do have is an interview with the WWE 2K team. I got a chance to talk to them and ask them about specifically their work on the Switch 2 port and then the game in general. So I'll post that sometime this week. I don't know when, but that was very exciting for me because, as you know, I'm a wrestling fan. So look forward to that. And that's that. So Nintendo Direct, financial information, Donkey Kong Bonanza review, WWE interview, and we'll see what else happens. But there should be big things at least every day. Also, I'm so sorry, but I have to continue your personal nightmare. You might remember 2 weeks ago that I talked about how there's this company called Mod Retro that puts out, they have a new portable. It's called the Chromatic. It's not new, but it's still new. The first wave sold out. The second wave just got stocked. It is a device that lets you play Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. And this company is also putting out brand new Game Boy Color games on physical cartridges. So I talked about that because I was like, this is a really cool idea. They heard that I talked about it. And this, while I was gone, they sent me.
Wow.
They sent me their entire new wave of Game Boy Color games. So they sent me Wicked Plague, Self-Simulated, Gravitork DX. Gravitork DX, yes. I'll skip that. First Contact Protocol and the reprint of Sabrina the Animated Series Zapped, which was developed by Way Forward, as I said. Each of these has a game cartridge and a special charm that comes along with each game, as well as a...
What about an instruction book? With
as well as an instruction booklet.
And
And Mom Brain asked this question.
Space in the back for notes.
The instruction
Very
booklets
nice.
have notes pages in the
you
back.
put
It
your
is true.
passwords and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. Very
Now you just have to get yourself a Chromatic.
So you don't need a Chromatic to play it, because they play on Game Boy
But
Color.
you should just go get yourself one anyway.
And I was like, I got these, and I was like, this is awesome. I have my Game Boy player for the GameCube, which plays Game Boy Color games. So I was like, but I don't have a Game Boy Color. And Mom Brain was like, oh, you don't? And I was like, no, I have a Game Boy Pocket, not a Color. Traded in my Color many years ago. One of the things I regret, but then I was like, oh, I'm an idiot. I have like 8 Game Boy Advance SPs, and all of those play Game Boy Color games. So here's what the cartridges look like. So they say Mod Retro up top, but they're clear plastic Game Boy Color looking cartridges, so they will work in your original Game Boy Color. And then, like I said, there's a little charm in there. Here's the instruction booklet, which is different kind of shape from how the Game Boy Color instruction booklets were, but they are full color booklets, which you didn't often see back in the day unless it was a first party game from Nintendo. So
cool.
Thank you very much to the Mod Retro team. I very, very much appreciate this, and I will definitely be playing them. As I said last week, I was really excited for Wicked Plague and First Contact Protocol. Those are the ones that really stuck out to me. Gravitork DX is a puzzler that I know I will like, but I know I will also get frustrated by it. And then there's Self-Simulated, which is a puzzle platformer, which looks interesting.
I thought you said self-stimulated.
That's what I'll be doing when I play the game. Which looks interesting, but I'm not sold on it. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to try these this week, and I'm very excited. Lube, if you want to take a closer look at the games.
I've turned the corner on these. You don't have to, when you're going to talk about a story like this, you don't have to apologize to me anymore. I think this is awesome. This is so cool. I love it. I'm not
tone of
being
your voice
weird.
leads me to believe you're being honest right now.
Yes. Okay, good. So only apologize if it's going to be a Pokemon story moving forward.
There are Pokemon stories this week, so I apologize.
That's ass cheeks.
There we go. So again, thank you to Mod Retro for those. I am legit very excited to
Yeah,
try
look
those
how
out.
cool this is. I mean, I'm not against this. Going back to an age when we even though as a kid I threw these out, which I regret, but like I love the boxes, like the cardboard boxes with the game
Listen, there were
inside
two
of it.
types of kids when we were kids. There was the Do and the RMC, and we're in one group, and then there was the Lube, the other group. It's funny, every day when I get on the treadmill is my giant plastic box of all your game boxes and instruction booklets all stacked in there, and I'm like that. I still think about the
It's amazing
forethought.
why I never thought to save them. When today it's like
I
You would
never thought that. I
never-
was like, why would you throw them
Why
away? Where are
would-
you gonna
why
keep your
would you?
games? Keep
Yeah.
them in the box.
exactly, it doesn't make any sense. I have no idea why I like immediately got rid of the boxes.
Mhm.
Like wasn't even a question.
Yeah.
And even if like no one did, but if someone were to like, oh, don't throw the box out, I'd be like, why do I need the box? Like I just wasn't there.
I want the thing inside the box, not the box. And like with the Game Boy or the NES, you had like the sleeve and the cartridge case, and I kept those, and I was like, that's all that I need. Why would I want anything else? And little did I know I would want everything else. But
Yeah, I got mad when they stopped putting Nintendo on the sleeves. It was just a black sleeve, and you'd be like, it's supposed to say Nintendo diagonally on the side of the sleeve.
I just realized Quince is in here. Hello, Quince. I hope you heard. Oh, he said thank you and welcome back. Yes, good. I was gonna say, I hope you heard me glazing you, as the kids would say nowadays. So I will
Oh.
happily glaze Quince
He
anytime.
glazed your ass cheeks.
I would think Quince. I think Quince does a better job than I would, but that's just me speaking. You were talking about fully or coming around full circle and embracing the retro games and thinking it's cool and all that. In an era where we were just youngsters having fun playing games, weren't thinking about it looks like this or it sounds like this or why is it. We were just playing stuff and enjoying it. And I got a TikTok that said, how fast my smile fades when I'm regularly scrolling TikTok. And this song comes up, no warning, no nothing. And now I feel whatever indescribable emotion this song makes me feel. And it's the Animal Crossing song that I think will definitely get Mom Brain. I know it gets me because we both know it from back in the day. Something about this song in particular.
Yeah, that's not doing anything for me. So I never played Animal Crossing, so
And now Do is an Animal Crossing person. He doesn't know that song in particular, but the top rated comment on TikTok says, this is my quote, you'll never be a kid again, end quote song. A list of songs that makes me feel an emotion that doesn't exist. That's like you're always the word I forget. Yep. Yeah, and then people reminiscing about Animal Crossing and playing New Leaf and just being a kid. Those days are gone, except for the kids. But kids don't like that anymore. Kids are vaping and gooning. Thank you. Yes, that's exactly right. Vaping and gooning. So
glazing.
Honestly, vaping, gooning, and glazing. Honestly, the kids clearly have it much better than we. They're playing the farm game.
Grow a farm.
Grow a farm and
Grow
Roblox,
Garden.
Grow Garden and Roblox, and there's some new one about brain rot that's really popular. Buy a brain rot or something. I don't remember what it is, but they got it better. They got it better. Oh, look at this! Look at this Nintendo's collection of what do we got here? GBA boxes. We got Golden Suns there. We got WarioWare Twisted, one of my favorites. We got Pokemon Emerald.
Yoshi's
Sorry,
Island.
Do. We got Fire Emblem. We got Yoshi's Island.
Yeah, that's good.
Kalat says define glazing. Glazing means like just heaping on enormous amounts of praise on someone or something, like overly hyping them up or applauding them or it for whatever. Ratsuza's enjoying some pizza. Maddie B put some glaze in the chat. It's funny. Lube and Do, you see Nintendo's picture of GBA boxes. I had a friend that sent me a somewhat related picture just yesterday. I'm going to show you the picture, and I'd like you to guess who sent me the picture. The picture is a retro game shop with a whole bunch of GameCube games, and it's a lot of Zelda games showing like how much money they
doing-
are, how much they're priced at now, because some of them are quite.
Real names or podcast names?
You can do real first name.
Jason.
No.
Oh.
Do you have a guess?
So it is somebody that was on the podcast.
Oh, I'm not saying that, but
Son of a gun.
I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no, but it is a friend.
Penyak.
No, it was.
These are first names.
I'll go. I did
didn't
say that.
I didn't want to say Mike because then you would have thought I meant Mike.
Yes, it's true. It was. I'll say not his real name, just to be safe. Squig.
Okay.
What's this guy doing?
I should have
Squig.
guessed. I might have guessed.
And he's like, he sent me the picture, and he's like, I have some of these. Are they really worth this? And I was like, depending on like what exact one you have,
Yeah.
yes, they could be worth this. And he's like, oh, I'm gonna have to find mine. And then he goes, I don't think I can deal with getting rid of them. And I was like, that's the way I feel.
How
so
much what are they and how much were they?
So yeah, I won't put the picture in the chat just because of identifiers, but I will tell you, it is in particular. He's looking at GameCube games, Legend of Zelda. So there's 2 Legend of Zelda Wind Wakers on GameCube. They are the player's choice versions with the bestseller logos on them. One is being sold without a manual for $70. One has the manual and is unopened.
Oh,
That's key.
That's
right
$200.
there,
There's also the.
but those are player's choice. So could you presume that if you have the
It would have- yeah, I don't know if
player's choice, it'd be more than
I
that?
don't know off the top of my head, but yes, it 100% would have to be. Yeah.
Mm.
Then they also have the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition promotional disc.
Oh, I've got that puppy.
And I have that as well. That is $80 here. And then they have.
I'm surprised that's not more. That's a cool one.
I think that one isn't as valuable because so many people put the pre-order in just to get that disc because they're like, I got to make sure I don't miss out on that.
Yeah.
So a lot of people hung on to that. Now this one, Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess for GameCube with the corner sticker that says "Play on Wii." So that's an extra thing on there. This I don't know how accurate. I don't know how accurate this price is, but this one has a price of $400.
Wow.
So just because of that little logo that's on there, I don't know what this actually goes for, but this is what one store is saying they will sell it to you for. So some other ones in there that are normal prices. Mario Superstar Baseball for $45. One Piece Grand Battle for $40. Mega Man X Command Mission, which I had back in the day, is $65. So nothing too crazy there, but yes, GameCube games are so hot right now. I didn't ask him because you got to be very careful how you talk to him because he won't want to tell you or it's a secret. And I was like, I'm just going to play into the conversation he wants to have. So that's what I did. Did I want to know? Yes, but that's right. Tony De La Mancha. Tony says all that's missing is the Master Quest. Yeah, that Master Quest disc. I remember that. I believe I still
Wasn't
have
the
that.
Master Quest on that promotional disc? I thought it was.
I think it's on a different one. As long as you don't mind vamping, I can go look very quickly.
Well, I remember back in college. I don't remember what the terms of the promotion were, but this kid I knew had just gotten a GameCube, and he had that. It came with that promo disc, and I think what it was is I already owned a GameCube, but it didn't have the promo at the time that I bought it. So this guy had just gotten one, and it came with the disc, and I was like, "This is amazing! Like, I'm so jealous that you get this disc." And he's like, "Dude, I'm not interested in Zelda at all." And I was like, "Can I buy this from you?" And he was like, "You can have it. I don't want it." And he gave me this promo disc. I couldn't even believe
What a
it.
fool!
I mean, I'm never gonna sell it, and it's not that it's worth that much money, but it's like amazing that he gave that to me.
Now here's the question. So this is for GameCube. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 2-game bonus disc and the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time Master Quest never before released. Pretty good shape. The case is not bad. It is a little sun faded, unfortunately. The back is good. The question is, before I hand it over to you,
Is
No.
the right disc?
is
It
the
is
right
not.
disc in there?
I'm gonna say yes.
I have a feeling
I'm
it's
taking
gonna
a chance and say yes.
It's in there. Everything is in there as it should be. Wow.
Holy cow.
Look at this Wind Waker special preview.
Well, did you play this when you got this back in the day? or you probably?
I
didn't
remember
play
putting
this?
it in for like, I guess, because I wanted to play the Master Quest, and I played it for like 20 minutes. I was like, nah,
But you didn't do the whole Master Quest, obviously.
look at this. Not even full color here. No, I did not. Man, this is awesome.
And this was something you just bought, like they just sold it, or was this a promo thing as well?
This, from what I remember, was a promo thing. I could be wrong, but
I think it was a promo thing. Yeah.
this has to be pristine. You wanted to see it. There you go. Special preview. Damn, what's this Wind Waker about? That's right. That's what Do Michaels was saying.
Oh, somebody played Wind Waker
in a-
while we were on vacation.
Oh, that's right. Somebody did play Wind Waker. Do Michaels was saying that back in the day, just with a different tone. But that was many moons ago.
Yeah, but they also head faked us with that Ghost World trailer or whatever it was called.
Space World
trailer.
Okay. Master Quest, GameCube disc.
But what's so funny is, like, at the time, I might have creamed my pants over that Space World trailer, and I hated the Wind Waker's graphics. And now, if you go back to replay it, thank God it has those graphics, because the Space World trailer is like a joke now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as graphics are concerned, it's just amazing. What an amazing idea to go with that art style, because I could play this game. I could play the game today.
So this disc that we're talking about, if it's just the disc alone, it's $45. If it's complete, it's $60. If it's new, which mine is not new because it's been open, $150. If you just have the manual, that's $20. If you just have the box, that's also $22. Graded, if you get it graded, so in pristine condition, it could still be open. A top tier graded version will get you $300 for that top tier. So
yeah, I was gonna say before too about the boxes, because I have, unfortunately, my Super Nintendo games are all gone because a long time ago I brought them over to a girlfriend's house, and then I broke up with said girlfriend and never got my games or my system back.
never too late to patch things up.
But I brought the games over without the boxes for whatever reason. So in my basement now of my house,
no.
I have all the
A
boxes.
reminder.
It's like
of
the
all-
husk of your former
yeah,
self.
all my old Super Nintendo game boxes,
Doom,
which are in
and
great condition.
Civ and
Yeah, Doom, Civ, because Killer Instinct came
yeah,
with.
you
the
had Killer
sys-
Instinct.
Yeah, but it came with the system, so I don't.
There
think
was a
it
bundle with
didn't-
the
it
system.
was-
Yeah,
I had the bundle, so I didn't
Okay.
have the box for that. Doom and Civ. I don't even remember the other ones right now, but I have those boxes downstairs, and I'm like, I could actually resell those boxes.
Yep.
So that's why I haven't thrown those out yet, even though like it pains me to look at them when I see them down there. I think I had like a Super Star Wars,
Hi, Roth.
a Super Return of
I
the
have that
Jedi.
promotional disc too. Some Star Wars, whatever, one of the Rogue games, right? It's a promotional disc. I should look that up.
Rogue Squadron.
There was Rogue Squadron I had for the
It's
game.
Rogue Leader, Rogue Squadron.
Super Nintendo was like all. It was
Oh,
like
yeah,
Super
Super
Star
Nintendo.
Wars,
Yeah,
Super
Super
Return of
Star-
the Jedi.
Roth says, I have the Master Quest Wind Waker combo. One of the ways to get it was from Club Nintendo registration, if I recall. Nintendo is showing off their Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I have something Fire Emblem for the GameCube. I'd have to go look, because it was one of the first games I got to. It was one of the first games that Nintendo sent me to review. And I don't even remember if it was for GoNintendo or the other Nintendo site I wrote for way back in the day. Man, I'll never forget the very, very, very first game I ever got for a review when I was working for the old site was Drill Dozer. And I remember like Nintendo sent it to me and I was like, I can't even believe this is happening. I was like, I got this from
Am I gonna
Nintendo.
get in trouble?
And that's still
I'm the
copy
uncle everybody talks
Right?
about.
and that's still the copy of Drill Dozer I have to this day. Never got rid of it. I know I have Bait and Kaitos. I definitely have Bait and Kaitos. So that's right. Nintendo Now Blogspot Podcast. That was my old site, but I wrote for another site before that. And I want to say it was called GameCube Land.
I couldn't tell you. I don't
And I checked like over a decade ago, and it was dead. But it was GameCube Land. I'm almost positive. And I got a couple for them. And then when I didn't get the job at the arcade, I was like, I'll just do my own blog. And here I am all these years later showing you my one hair growing out of my head and eating Oreos.
Well, for the record, you did get the job at the arcade.
Oh,
The
that's
arcade
right.
just shut down after you
That's
got the
right,
job.
That's right. You want to know what's funny? On TikTok right now, I keep getting a guy who works in an arcade who repairs all the arcade machines. It'll be like, Jurassic Park's gun doesn't shoot right. And he's like, now I got to figure this out. Or like the bowling game, the ball fell off. Or
That
like the
sounds
claw
like a
machine,
really
the claw
fun
dropped
job.
off.
I think I'd like that.
It's a lot of like problem solving where it could be like 30 different things. And he's like, I don't know how to do all these things. Because it could be like, some of the machines you have to open up and there's a computer inside. And you got to like connect it to the internet and figure. He's like, I don't know any of that stuff. But he can do it. But he's like, I know the like. This isn't getting the right
Mechanical.
voltage and this arm isn't working. And yes, but it's very interesting. All right. That's enough. That's enough video game talk.
On this video game podcast.
That's right. We did that. And we did that. Okay. Let's do Patreon. Mom Brain, did you know that you can join the GoNintendo Patreon?
For $1.
For $1. Here's what I talked about the last week on Patreon. I talked about the pinball game that people were playing in the North Carolina house, which is called Pinball Action. It's a virtual pinball game, so it's not an actual machine. And it came out in 1985. As far as I know, I had never seen it or heard of it. It's very bare bones. And it was in one of those arcade units that's like, 60 games in one. And that was one of them in there. And I don't know. I found out that my cousin really likes virtual pinball, which I had no idea. She just likes that kind of pinball. So she spent a lot of time like downstairs playing that to get on the high score board. And she took up almost every spot on the high score board. She had the top spot, but she had like 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And other people were trying to beat her, and then her son ended up beating her and took over the spot. And then also the game froze, so he had to restart it, and it deleted all of her scores. And then I found out that game is available on the Switch. It's part of the Arcade Archives collection. So for $8, you can play Pinball Action on your Switch right now. And she has gotten the game to practice so that when we go back to the same house next year, she can reclaim the leaderboard. So she's got a whole year ahead of her to practice getting that back. But if you want to see what Pinball Action is all about, you can play it on the Switch right now. I also talked about Undertale. Oddly enough, we are in the 10th anniversary of Undertale. Just last night, Quince, this shows you how much of an idiot I am if you're still listening. Just last night, Toby Fox, the creator of Undertale, went on social media and was like, 10th anniversary of Undertale. How about you share your memories? And they put together a special site where you can go on and share a little memory about Undertale or say what Undertale means to you. And you can put like a little character icon with it and submit it to the site. And it's going to be used for something somewhere. Don't know what. And I immediately filled it out because Undertale is one of my favorite games of all time. And I like sent it out. And then I told my cousin or my brother-in-law, which is going to be part of this story, told my brother-in-law that the site was live and he did it right away. And we were talking about blah, 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 blah. Quince, I'm talking to you because I'm such an idiot. I did that. And then I never posted about it on GoNintendo. Never told anybody it was up. Never said anything about it. I was just so excited to do it. Then I woke up today and I saw Quince was doing news and he posted it. And I was like, why didn't I post that last night? I'm an idiot. But the Patreon story is about my brother-in-law. And you might remember a couple of weeks ago, I said that I found out my brother-in-law has a very similar RPG history to me. He played, I don't remember what RPG when he was a kid, but he didn't really play it. He just interacted with it. And it scared the crap out of him because he didn't know RPGs. Yeah, he's like, how do I run and jump? How do I shoot? And it scared him off of RPGs for his entire life. And I only just found it out recently, which I talked to you guys about. And I said to him, don't do what I did. I made a terrible mistake. And now you should try an RPG. And I guarantee you're going to end up liking them. So we had a discussion and he was like, what RPG should I go into? And I was like, you should do Undertale because somehow you've avoided every spoiler for that game. And on top of that, it's a nice, like, halfway point for RPGs because it's RPG-esque, but it has like an action battle system. And I was like, it'll be a nice way to ease yourself into RPGs. So he decided to play Undertale in North Carolina while we were on vacation, and he put in like 2 hours, and was like in love with it. It like blew him away so much so that he finished the game the next day. He played like 8 hours between the 2 days and beat it, and then started it again right away to do things differently. That's all I'll say. Yeah, go
There's
ahead.
different endings, right? Depending on what you do.
Since we are 10 years, sorry guys, I'm
Yeah.
drinking water. Since we're 10 years after, yes, I feel we
Yes,
can talk about
it's-
it. It's not just different endings, it's different like everything. The game on your first playthrough is watching everything you do, everyone you talk to,
Mhm.
every decision you make, everything you buy. And then on your subsequent playthroughs, characters will say different things based on what you did last time, but there's one character in particular who will be like, I know what you're trying to do because last time you did this and you want to do this differently. And I see what you're doing and you're not going to get away with it. Like it watches you do everything.
Neat.
So he loved it and played it through a second time and loved it even more. And he's like, now, man, all this and like this thing happens and this means this. And I was like, this is exactly how I felt. And he's like, I kind of want to go right into Deltarune, but also he's like, maybe I should take a little break and do something different. And I was like, yeah, whatever you want. So he got in touch and he's like, give me an RPG to play that's more traditional that I can play right now. And I recommended to him Sea of Stars because Sea of Stars is much more traditional, but still has an active battle system to it. Like you're still making menu decisions and everything, but just like in Paper Mario or Mario and Luigi, like when attacks happen, you can hit a button at a certain time to make it more impactful, or you can still dodge things by hitting a button with right timing. So I was like, that's a great pick. So I told him to play that, and he's off to the races. So I will keep you updated on that. But Undertale was his gateway to RPGs. Now he's going through the same thing that I did. My gateway to RPGs wasn't Undertale. I played Undertale right when it came out, but it's more active, like attack and defend stuff was enough for me to not be scared. So I was like, this doesn't count as a real RPG, even though it does. But my real gateway to RPGs was Earthbound. That was the one where I was really like, okay, I'm gonna play an RPG. I should play Earthbound because I've heard great things. I'm scared, but I'm gonna do it. And then I was like, boy, I'm stupid. I should have been playing RPGs all along. And
But
that's
you
what I did.
played Final Fantasy VII back in the day, no?
Yeah, I made very specific exceptions. Like anything Mario RPG, I played
Yeah,
that because I'm like, I have to. I remember like I want to say Paper Mario came out before Mario and Luigi, whatever one came out. I remember that being announced and me reading about it in a magazine. And I remember like chills going through my body and being like, I'm not going to be able to play this. This is a Mario
have
game.
to
I'm not going to be able to
prepare.
play. I was like seriously upset about it. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to buy it and I'm going to play it and it'll be fine. And I was like so nervous the whole time. It was fine. It was totally fine.
And you never played Mario RPG before that on the Super
Oh,
Nintendo?
Super Mario RPG. That's what it was. You're exactly right. Yes.
That's the one that gave you chills thinking about playing.
Yes. I rented that because I didn't want to commit to buying it. And that I did have trouble with. Definitely. Like I got the first boss battle against, I'm going to say a Wiggler. Like I did like 5 or 6 times. And it's like the, like tutorial boss battle. And I was like sweating bullets. I was like, I'm never going to be able
Mommy, help me! I can't do it.
Yeah,
Take the
she was no
controller
help.
and beat it for me.
She still hates RPGs. So yes, you are exactly right. It was so traumatic that I blocked that from my memory. Jumped to the other ones. But when yes, that's what I read about that in a magazine, and that's what it was. I was like, that's it. I'm screwed. I'm never gonna play Mario
I'll
again.
never play another Nintendo game
But after
ever.
that, I did Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi RPG, but I never counted those as real RPGs. I was like, I loved those games, but I was like, I love them because they're Mario, and everything else I was just okay with.
And Final Fantasy VII was just, you couldn't miss it because everyone was playing it kind of thing.
Final Fantasy VII at that time was just so revolutionary. Yeah, where it was like you had 2 games, GoldenEye and Final Fantasy VII. And like I had enough money for one and I went GoldenEye, and you're not going to go wrong with either one. But yes, like the commercials for Final Fantasy VII, I was like, I have to play this game. Like I can't not play it. And I didn't buy it. I borrowed it from you know him, Jared. I won't say his last
Mhm.
name.
Yeah.
And he gave me the guide with it, and I was like, I never use the guides ever, and like I played without the guide until like it was early on when they were like explaining materia and slotting it into swords or weapons, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. So I like opened up the glossary for materia and all that, and I was like, okay. And it's like, if you'd rather just like use setups for what would be the best, and I was like, just give me that. So it was like a tree that showed you like what you should do, and that's what I did. But like as far as where to go and what to do in boss fights, I didn't use the guide. But it still bothers me to this day. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to play this otherwise. And that was so stressful on me that after that, I was like, no RPGs ever again. Not doing it. So it wasn't until Earthbound that I finally went in on my own and loved that so much. And I was like, I really enjoyed that. Now I'm really itching for other RPGs, and I was off to the races and played a whole bunch of other ones. Finally got around to Chrono Trigger, and now I'm playing all new RPGs when they come out. And yeah, RPGs are now one of my favorite genres easily. There's still moments where I play them and I get like nervous because I'm like, there's a lot of systems and mechanics going on. And I'm like, it's like how I used to play Pokemon back in the day. I would brute force it. Like I'd get like my starter Pokemon and I'd be like, everything goes to him. He gets all the points. He gets the best everything. And you'd eventually get to like a fight where it was like, your type of Pokemon is not matched at all for whoever you're fighting. My Bulbasaur would like hit it and do like 3 points of damage, and you'd have like 400 health. And I'm like, oh, what have I done? So I'd have like 6 other completely under level, I don't know, like a Alakazam and a Zubat and a Jigglypuff. And I'm like, guys, we got to make this work. I got nothing else here. So I still have some of those moments, but I've learned to like, do things properly to not get in such bad situations. But yeah, I love RPGs now, and it's cool to see my brother-in-law going through the same thing.
RMC loves
That's right,
RPGs.
changed my name,
You heard it
RPG.
here.
Bulbasaur, hit him with Water Blast. It's like target is immune to water damage.
What do you
It's
mean
like,
Vine Whip's not
what?
doing anything? That's all I got is Vine Whip. So I talked about that. I also talked about Borderlands 4. I played the first Borderlands game, and that was it. Didn't have anything against it. I liked it. I was like, whatever, that's it. And then the other ones went on, very popular. Borderlands 4 is coming out. Had no intention of buying it. Learned it was coming to Switch 2. I was like, oh, that's really cool. No intention of buying it. Then they announced that it does support the mouse controls on Switch 2. And I was like, I think I might buy Borderlands now. I just really want to use the mouse controls, and I like that. And I think it'd be fun to play on Switch 2.
Really starting to like Borderlands.
So I'm on the fence, but I'm leaning towards getting Borderlands on Switch 2. And the thing that sweetens the deal, besides the mouse stuff, is the fact that it doesn't come out that much later than other systems. It comes out less than a month later. Like I want to say September or something for the other systems. And on Switch 2, it's October 3rd. So it's like a little over 3 weeks, I think. And I was like, that's not bad. And I want those mouse controls. So I'm going to see how the game reviews first on other platforms. And if it reviews decently, then I'm like, I think I'll get Borderlands just because I want to play with mouse controls. I don't know if it has, I believe it does have cross-platform co-op for everything. And I know you've played Borderlands before.
I played 1 and 2, and I bought 3, and I never played it because I got 3 with there was the pre-sequel or something. And I played through 2 again with my stepson, and then we were doing the pre-sequel.
Hi, Super Sanchez. Hi, Laxter.
And then I just got Borderland out. I got Borderlanded out. I was like, I'm just gave it a rest.
Yeah.
And then he was always like, 3's still sitting there. You never tried it. And I'm like,
shut up.
Yeah, like I don't know. I just haven't been in the mood for a Borderlands.
Maybe Borderlands 4.
But see, now I'm gonna be like, well, now I gotta play 3, and I'm gonna play through 3, and then I'm like, no, I don't want to.
No more. Yeah. And also, I said this in my Patreon post. I was like, I don't give a crap about the story in any of these games, so I'm not gonna be like, can't play 4. I don't know what happened to 2 and 3. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just gonna play it for fun.
Borderlands 2, the story is just funny. Like, it's funny to like listening to all the dialogue and stuff. It's just like makes me laugh while like
That's
playing, and
one of the
what I
big
really
like
like, too.
differentiators with Borderlands is the humor. Their stories are humorous, and I know they got like a new writing team this time around that's really trying to make like a big impression with the humor and make it not so like meme based and make it something that anybody could appreciate no matter what generation they play. Because if you play some of the old ones, you'd be like, what are these jokes? Is they're related to memes that don't exist anymore. So but yes, interested in Borderlands 4. We'll see what happens. Speaking of 4, Mom Brain and I went to the movies and we saw, these are the last 2 Patreon posts, we saw Superman and we saw Fantastic Four. Mom Brain, I'll let you go because I'm tired of talking. No spoilers.
Okay, so we saw Superman first one day, and then we saw Fantastic Four the next day. Superman was lovely, very summer blockbuster, lots of fun. Superman is so handsome and charming and adorable. He's like perfect.
What's that guy's name? Corn something?
I don't remember. I don't know.
David
Corn
Sweat.
I think so.
Isn't that what's going on in the world right
It
now?
is corn sweat. Yeah.
We got corn sweat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God! Is it because of him? I thought it was because of
A lot of
actual
moisture
corn,
going
isn't it?
around because of him.
Corn sweat makes me moist.
The movie was fun. I am not a huge I don't know a ton about Superman, and I'm not a huge Superman fan.
Well, he's super.
He's sort of like in the same category for me as Captain America. I'm like, you're just too
goody two shoes.
Yeah, it's not for me. Thanks. So with that being said, the movie was thoroughly enjoyable. I really liked a lot of the the music and like the soundscape of the whole movie. And I thought it was a lot of fun. I didn't love like
David Cornsweat.
Cornsweat. Okay.
There were things like I felt like it lacked a little bit of depth in as far as like character development and like relationships between characters. But his dimples made up for it. And then Fantastic Four was just
wait, what was your score for?
I think I gave it an 8.
Okay.
So pretty good start to the
nice summer blockbuster.
DC.
Yeah, like it just did.
We both
Future.
gave it a 7.5 at the time, but if you gave it an 8, now give it an 8. Yeah, that's what we agreed on everything about the movie. We liked it. It was fun. I also thought it was a bit shallow, but as like a start to the DCU, I was like, that's a great start. Like I will definitely go see whatever the next movie is.
Did they skip the origin story?
Yes, pretty. You get like his parents are talked about, but not as an explainer as to this is who Superman is. It's like you jump into like Lex Luthor hates Superman. Like they skipped all that stuff, so there's no like down on the farm with mom and pa and let's learn about him growing up. I mean, there's like maybe in the movie like 3 minutes where
you get a little snippet.
You get little pieces of that. Yeah, but yes, if you don't want to be bogged down by the origin story of Superman to any degree, then
I think
you're
that
fine.
was the right way to do it.
Yeah, enough people know by now. Yeah.
But that's not why you felt it was shallow. It was more of a character,
more summer
interpersonal
blockbuster where like our thing was the movie throws a lot at you in terms of characters and just things that are happening. There's like a lot that's thrown in there.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but is this a launching off for like this is movie 1 of the DC universe moving forward? So nothing else that's happened.
Peacemaker counts.
Okay.
But that Peacemaker was made before they knew this was going to happen. But Peacemaker is part of it. Yes.
So you're basically going in fresh to the universe here.
You got it.
You could say.
Yes, nothing else counts. Peacemaker counts. I believe Creature Commandos counts, the cartoon, but that's whatever. But yes, this is the official start of the DCU as they're going to try and do what Marvel did. But yeah, there's a lot going on in it. And none of it really you don't really stick with a lot of it. Like there's so many things that happen and so many characters that are some of them end up feeling like just very quick plot devices to move to the next thing, and you're like, I would like to see more with this. I'd like to see more interactions between these two. I'd like to learn more about this. The movie throws a lot at you, and it's not overwhelming. It's just you're like, maybe if we took out like 3 or 4 of these things and gave a little bit more time to the 8 things that are there, we would have enjoyed that more. But as a start, it's a great start. We both really liked it. Corin Sweat and whoever plays Lois Lane are
Who
excellent.
looks like Courtney Cox, like to me, like
Rachel Brosnahan.
she looks so much like her. Like
They are both really good in the roles. Like they are pretty much pitch perfect for what I would expect for those two. What's his face? Nathan
Fillion is Green
Right.
Lantern,
Yes,
right?
he's
it's
great.
exciting.
Alan
Alan
nice.
Tudyk's in it too, right?
Tudyk is the voice of Superman's robot.
I love
Yes,
doing
and I'll
voices.
take him in anything.
Yeah.
So he's not in it a ton, but he is in it, and I really like him in it. And there's only like one point in the movie that made me any kind of emotional, and it was related to him. And I was like, and I'm looking at a robot with his voice, and I was like, this son of a bitch is so good.
That's awesome.
But I'd say the star outside of Superman is Mr. Terrific. Like Mr.
he's
Terrific
so good.
as a character is very interesting
Yeah.
and very enjoyable. And when the whole time you're watching, I was like, I want to see more about Mr. Terrific. Like he's just a fun character.
Yeah.
He's different from like everybody else that's there, and he's got a
Is that the
cool
Nathan
dynamic.
Fillion character?
No. Mr. Terrific is, I don't know the guy's name. He's the guy with the big black T on his face, and he throws around robotic orbs.
Okay.
They had him as you could buy him in the Fortnite shop all last
It's
week.
true.
Son of a gun,
But,
I missed that.
I'll look up.
He was probably my favorite part of the movie, to tell you the truth. I really liked him. Just because his character is interesting and offers an interesting dynamic. So, and he's in the movie a decent amount. But yeah, great start.
Eddie Gathegi?
Eddie Gaffetti.
Edi,
Eddie Spaghetti.
and then Gathegi.
Yep.
Gathegi.
Al, that's how you say it. Definitely.
Gaffegi.
So anyway, sorry, Mom Brain. We both liked it. Go ahead.
Fantastic Four was so awesome. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Although I will say it did not give summer blockbuster to me.
Yeah, it's much more. I would say it's more a Marvel movie, and I said this when I wrote on Patreon. It's more about character and personalities and explorations of those versus big fight scenes. And there are big fight scenes in it, but Mom Brain is not a fan of big fight scenes in movies. Not that they upset her, but her attention is just
they
like,
don't intrigue
they don't do
me.
it for
There's
her.
nothing about. I'm like, get this over with.
And
so
Superman has a lot of that. Like Superman is a lot of like.
Yeah.
There's big chunk, and I enjoy it, and it's fun to see. But as someone who,
it just feels like wasted time to me.
but anyway, Fantastic Four is, the other direction, pretty much.
Yeah, and I kind of, there was something about it that reminded me of like when I first watched the early Marvel movies. Like it had a lot of like heart, and there was a very big message of like family and hope, which I thought were like really nice, especially, in today's world. Thoroughly enjoyed it. There were some like very good, like funny things that happened, like, but they weren't like silly funny. They were just funny. Like, because sometimes that stuff doesn't really like hit the mark and you're like, that's just silly. And I don't know. Thank you. So I thoroughly enjoyed it. Loved the music and like the sound design. Also helped, I think, that we saw it in a full theater, like on opening night, which I think makes a big difference in like your experience of the movie, because everybody was there with
any hooting and hollering and applauding.
A little bit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
good.
Like people
From
with,
me, yes. I mean, there were other people. Yeah, definitely.
people with $80 Galactus popcorn buckets.
Have you seen them? They're
Oh,
huge.
Nikki Hill went with you guys?
They're like this big,
They're
and the
huge.
eyes glow.
Wow.
they're, and I looked it up and it's $80. I was like, they're really cool, but I'm not spending $80 for a popcorn.
And then what? Like you,
It'd be right here for the podcast.
it would,
Candy.
it would take up too much space.
It is
Yeah,
huge.
I heard
cannot.
about that one. I'm sorry to interrupt.
No,
that,
go ahead.
But I've actually been reading that there's like a lot of movies are doing that now with these
'Cause they're
giant
yes.
popcorn, and they're trying to make it like a thing.
It's a
like-
thing. It's definitely a
Yeah,
thing now.
I
Yeah.
think it's just a thing to fleece you for more money.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yes, but also you don't have to buy it. You can get
That's true.
popcorn or not any popcorn at all. But the Galactus one, out of all of them I've seen, the Galactus one is really damn cool. If it was like $50, I'd be like, maybe, but 80, I was like, no, I can't for 80.
That is expensive.
But the thing literally is huge. Like people had it on the tray in front of them at their seats.
Yeah.
And it's like,
in the way.
it was like side by side aligned with their head. Like it's that high off the table. So we could see fine, but it's a giant popcorn bucket. And there were people there you go. There were people running into the theater to buy the bucket and then leave. Like they just wanted to make sure they got the bucket before it
wow.
was sold out.
Yep. Selling on eBay for $179.99.
It's a really cool popcorn bucket. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna put in another photo of it for scale so that people can see like
Yeah.
it's buckled,
Freaky Friday. Come on. Do better.
like that's how big it is.
That's great. That's great.
Cool.
Wow.
You can,
Yeah. So I gave Fantastic Four, I believe I gave it a 10. And I stand by that 10.
boy, you've gone up on both since then. We both talked about it and we said 8.59, but you're reflecting upon it and feeling differently.
Yeah, I mean, there just wasn't anything about it I could say. But, so maybe I'll give it a 9.5 because there wasn't any part of the movie that like moved me profoundly. Not that a movie has to, but I think that movie could
There are no
have.
profound moments, but yes.
And it, of course, has.
Yeah, how was the casting?
I
Pedro
gotta
is
say, I
beautiful.
didn't know. I was very iffy on Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards. I was like, I don't see it.
Daddy
think-
Joel.
He was fantastic. I loved the way he played Reed Richards because he did it exactly how I would want it. Like he's very
Shirtless?
Stiff. No, you know what? Although,
Stiff and shirtless?
although,
Like, that was also me in the theater.
Mr. Fantastic and Superman both wore undershirts under their white dress
And
shirts.
Mom Brain made a
Oh.
point to point this out to me
Good,
during the
good.
during
Thank
the movie.
goodness.
But yeah, he's
So-
very like Reed Richards is basically I don't know how to say this without sounding
He's
mean.
on the spectrum
He's on the
for
spectrum.
sure.
And that's how he's played in this movie, where it's very clear he cares about his family, but he's very analytical and he has trouble with like conversations. Like he's very analytical.
Yeah.
And you can tell
He's like
everybody
a
around
socially
him.
awkward kind of
Yeah, but
person,
it's
or-
not like overtly. It's just like if you talked to that person in person, you'd be like, oh, they got a little something going on. But you can, the way the rest of the family plays off of him makes it that much better because they're all like, this is how he is. And they don't, there's no question of it. But I kept thinking about it during the movie because I was so worried he was not going to be good. And I was like, son of a bitch, he was really
Yeah.
good.
And he's I think it also sort of brings it home because he's very calm and quiet
Yeah.
and like thoughtful. And I think that's what gives it that like endearing quality that like it's not like he's just saying what's on his mind
Yeah.
and he doesn't care if it's brash or whatever. It's just
There's a few scenes where it really screams through. Like there's one scene where him and Sue are getting, I don't want to say they're getting into an argument, but they're getting into a very heated discussion. And she's showing like very strong emotion and very upset about what's going on. And he recognizes that, but he's giving her very analytical responses, but it also in like a caring, I don't know, you just have to see it. He does a really good job with it. The guy from Stranger Things is fine as Human Torch. Like he's fine.
Eben Burt Bacharach, how's he?
Is that the thing, guy?
Yeah.
I want more of him. Like he's in a lot of the movie, but I want 100% more of him. He was great in all of his
I
delivery.
agree.
He was, pardon the pun, fantastic. He was really good. Like I really, really liked him, and his dynamic with Human Torch is really good. And it's not like they're doing one-liners off of
Yeah,
each
it wasn't
other all the
like buddy
time.
cop. It was just
It's like these two are like brothers. Like
Yeah.
they and like the Thing knows Human Torch makes stupid jokes, and everybody just kind of glosses over them because they're like, he's not funny, but that's him, and it's endearing. And
I also appreciated as I was, I don't think it's spoiling anything. Like part of the plot is that
when all of them die,
Sue is pregnant, right? And
that's
like
not a spoiler.
at no point during the whole movie was she like shelved or coddled or like wrapped, in cotton wool.
Oh, the
like-
character's pregnant.
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Because I thought the actress was
I
pregnant.
think she is.
No, maybe she is. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but like, and she's still doing.
So they let her disappear and stuff with the baby and everything. I'm just
Uh,
kidding.
I'm not gonna say anything.
But I thought I really enjoyed that, like her dynamic in the group did not change. It wasn't like, okay, like Sue, you stay here. We're gonna go, blah blah blah. It was
Yeah.
like she was just part.
It was
of-
mostly like Stu being like, okay, we're gonna go do this.
yeah, and there
everybody-
wasn't ever any like,
It's
very
no,
clear
you're pregnant, or no,
she-
you're a woman, or like,
It's very clear, like she was the glue to the whole family, not because they're fighting or anything, but she like gets and understands everybody.
Yes, Vanessa Kirby is pregnant in real life.
There you go. So she's also great. Whoever plays Silver Surfer is great, like awesome, really.
that's
cool.
what's her name. She's excellent. Jenny Garner. Not Jen.
Alexa.
Julia Garner.
She's very good. I would have liked more of her. She's in it definitely. She doesn't speak a ton, but she's in it, and it's like
She's
this
from
is,
Ozark. She's the best.
This is the start of the new phase of Marvel, and obviously a big reset for them. And I feel like it was a really great reset. Like it was a very enjoyable movie. There's like, I said this on Patreon. There's something about, I didn't talk to you about this. There's something about the flow of the movie where it flows so seamlessly, where you really feel like you're on the whole journey with them. It feels like it almost plays out in real time. It doesn't. There's like some, not big time jumps, but there's things that have to be built that take time and all this stuff. But it just feels like it's a very linear story where other things aren't being peppered in. It's like, this is the Fantastic Four. This is what they have to deal with, and you're going to see them deal with it beginning to end. And there's no other noise in there. And I don't know. It was like really enjoyable. I liked that.
Did they also not do like the origin story, right? Or is it
They
just
didn't
kinda-
really do origin story. That I see. This is the movie's style is really cool because it's retro futuristic.
Yeah.
And it starts out
like
with
the
like,
Jetsons.
yeah, exactly. It starts out like or it starts out with like an retro
An old-timey
style-
newsreel. Hey,
yeah, like
the Fantastic Four.
60s
They saved everybody.
NBC or ABC move or like news report, and it's like
So it's
we've
like-
had 4 years of the Fantastic Four, and it's celebrating them, and it's like,
montage.
yeah, it's like,
Okay.
so it's a very quick montage of
Mhm.
like them going into space and coming back all weird, and how they've been protecting everybody, and it's let's celebrate them, but it's like what, like 2
Yeah,
minutes
okay.
at the very beginning of
No,
the movie.
I like that too
Yeah.
because it's like
Everybody
again,
knows.
yes, you
We've had so many
you don't
Fantastic
need
Four
it.
movies, everybody
Yeah.
knows. Yeah,
And if you don't know it, just
but it's not
Google
like
it,
here's how
like-
they got their
Or
powers
just
and what
enjoy the
happened
movie.
to them.
Like,
Yeah.
you really-
here's
It's like they
30
went to
minutes
space and they
of,
came back weird because of this, and there they are. And very quickly, it's like, Reed Richards, and they're not like he can stretch really far, and they show them doing what they can do in the reels, and they have like a highlight reel of like this part I really liked in like this TV special that they do. It was like a highlight reel of all the enemies they fought to save us, and it showed like them battling like Mole Man and like all the weirdo ones, but just very quick clips to get you up to speed on like what they've done and why the public adores them so much, because it's very different from like the rest of Marvel, where you have all these superheroes and some people hate all of them and some people love them. This is a different universe, and everybody here loves Fantastic Four, and they've saved everybody, and that's all there is to it. So Yeah, no getting up to speed.
Sokovia Accords and the Fantastic Four
No.
But it's a different. You'd say it's a new start, or for Marvel, or
It
it's
is
a different.
definitely a fresh start for what is happening, because Marvel. I mean, right before the movie came out, Kevin Feige came out and did like a very open, honest interview, and he's like, "We have lost focus." He's like, "When we were doing everything through the Infinity Gauntlet and that whole phase, like the Infinity Saga, he's like, we were meticulous. We had everything planned. Like we made sure we gave everything its fullest attention. And he's like, all that amounted to something. He was like, however many hours of stuff that got us up to that finale. And he's like, we have been in just 5 years since then. He's like, we've put out 1,000 hours of content between movies and TV shows. And he's like, we've stretched way too thin. We've lost way too much focus. He's like, we've asked people to do and watch too much. He's like, we did it wrong. He's like, now is when we begin to refocus. He's like, Thunderbolts was the beginning of that, really, but it's like the real thing is Fantastic Four. And he's like, Thunderbolts didn't do well at the box office because it starred mostly people who were into TV shows. And he's like, we were asking too much of people to get in on that. And I think that sucks, because I think Thunderbolts is really good. And
so you guys liked Thunderbolts better than Fantastic Four?
I like Thunderbolts better than Fantastic Four. Thunderbolts is the only other Marvel thing I'm going to buy. Like, I loved Thunderbolts. I'm 100% going to buy that. But you also loved Thunderbolts.
I did, but not as much as I enjoyed Fantastic
But Thunderbolts is definitely more action than Fantastic Four, so I think that's where our split is. But Thunderbolts, I absolutely adored. I really do love it. But the two movies are certainly close. I can easily give the edge to Thunderbolts.
They're both part of the universe moving forward for this reset or whatever this is.
Yes. So like Thunderbolts, it's tough. I will say Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are connected. I can't say how, but yes, it's very clear. Like, this is the reset now, because like Fantastic Four is out, and then the next Marvel movie is Avengers Doomsday, and that's not until December 2026. We're getting no other Marvel movies in between. And there's, I'm going to say, 2 TV shows. One is the animated Wakanda one that they announced a million years ago, and the other is Wonder Man, which is a live action one, which, again, they've announced a long time ago. So I don't know how those play into any of this, but it's very clear they're going back to slowing it down. And whatever comes out on Disney Plus, as far as TV shows, is going to be standalone. Like, you're going to be able to watch that, and it's going to be its own thing and whatever.
So the next movie that's planned is in December of next year, you're saying?
December 2026, yeah. So no movies in between this and that. None.
Wow.
So they're very much going. It used to be at most 2 movies a year from Marvel. That's what they're going back to. But yes, you see something in Thunderbolts that lets you. You see something in Thunderbolts where you're like, okay, they're planning something. You see something in Fantastic Four where you're like, okay, we're like, things are moving. And then I said to Mom Brain when we were driving home, I was like, son of a bitch, gotta wait until December 2026 to see what's going on, because I'm a Marvel nerd. I was very excited by what I saw, but yes, you see this movie. It's just like Mom Brain said. It feels like when the MCU first started. You see this movie and it's like, here are these characters. You're going to get to know them, not how they fight or their powers or any of that. You're going to learn about their personalities and why you should care about them. And that's going to be our jumping point for where we go next. So it's a very character, like Mom Brain said, family driven, character driven. It was just, it's really good. I mean, I really liked it. I liked Superman. I liked Fantastic Four more, but they're 2 great comic book movies back to back. So I'll be interested to see what I don't know if you're going to watch them, but what you think of both of them. And I am honestly very interested to see what you think of Thunderbolts. But between Fantastic Four and Superman, I have my prediction of what I think you might like more. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to influence anything, but I think you'll enjoy both of them. I definitely think you will. But yeah, it was fun. I really, really liked it. And
I saw that photo of you on Instagram in front of the Demon Slayer
couldn't believe it
thing. And I remembered you'd mentioned that. So I thought you were there to see that episode movie or whatever, but I guess it was Superman.
I said to Mom Brain, yes, Mom Brain was like, we had been wanting to go see Superman. I told you to go see it the night we were going to because we were watching Piper and making sure she was all right for you. This week, Mom Brain was like, let's go see Superman. I was like, what, tonight? And it was like Wednesday. And she's like, yeah, let's go. I was like, all right, yeah, I'll go. I want to see it. So we went. And then I was like, remember, we're going to Fantastic Four tomorrow. She's like, yeah, I want to go. So, but we went there for Superman and they had that giant Demon Slayer thing. I was like, oh, God, this is so great. This is how excited I am for that movie. You know how big of a Marvel fan I am. I am more excited for the Demon Slayer movie and by a large margin. This is
Large March.
No,
Large Marge.
I heard that too.
There's 3 Demon Slayer movies coming out, and they are the end of the whole thing. The first of the 3 movies is coming out this year on September 12th. And then it's 2+ years for the next movie, and then another 2+ years for the next movie. So it's going to be a long go of it.
Animated? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we walked in the theater. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they have this giant thing. Like, the movie is killing it in Japan right now. It's huge. I just saw a girl on TikTok who was like, look at this. Here's a movie theater that has 40 screens in it. Every screen is showing Demon Hunter. They start at 7 a.m, and she's like, look at this. Every 7 a.m. showing for the rest of the day sold out. Every single one of them. She's like, there's a couple seats up in literally the front that are open for the 7 a.m. show. She's like, this is insanity. People are going all times, all days to see this movie. Wow. So I could not be more excited. And the best part was we went to go see Superman. I saw that stand. I was like, I got to get a picture with this. Then we sat down to see the movie, and they showed a trailer for Demon Slayer. I was like, what's going on here?
A really big night. It was a really big night.
I was shocked that they showed a trailer, but
cool.
But anyway, so yes, fun at the movies, and now we got nothing. What do we go see next? I don't know. What's next? Anything good coming to theaters?
I don't know.
Predator Badlands.
We saw a trailer for that.
Well, that in theaters, I don't know.
What else did we see trailers for?
Nothing good. They were like Running Man.
Oh, we saw the one.
The Running Man.
We saw that for both movies when we went.
Yeah,
and the one with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, that's the one that looks bad. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio, and
in which he plays the father of a young woman who is the same age as many of the young women that he,
of course,
has dalliances
Do you know the
with.
movie? Have you seen?
I don't know.
Yeah, look that up. But I said
Leonardo movies are usually pretty good, but
this one, listen. I'll reserve judgment for the final movie. I'm not going to see it unless somebody's like, you got to see this movie. I have no interest in it. It just looks like the movie is my daughter. It's Taken, but with younger people. That's all the movie is. It's his daughter gets kidnapped and whatever. Leonardo DiCaprio, based on the trailer, used to do bad stuff when he was younger, and it got him in trouble now. And now his daughter's kidnapped, so he's got to go save her.
It's called One Battle After Another.
That's it. And here's the best thing I could take from the movie. We saw the trailer twice, and I didn't say it until the second time we watched the trailer, but I was like, Mom Brain, Leonardo DiCaprio is dressed like and looks like spaghetti in this movie. He's got... He's wearing the same kind of clothes. Yeah. He's got the same kind of hair and facial hair. I was like, this is the spaghetti movie.
It's amazing.
Incredible. So the second time I watched the trailer, I liked it a lot more because I was paying more attention to spaghetti.
If you think about it in spaghetti terms, then it's great.
I was like,
drinking cigarette juice.
Amazing.
Man, that's I'm so sick of that format. Like, the first Taken is good, and then every sequel after that, every single action movie that rips that off. Yeah. Liam Neeson's made a whole late stage career out of like redoing that crap.
We saw a trailer for Naked Gun. I've seen trailers that thank you, Red Souza, that make the movie look really bad. And I've seen trailers that make the movie look funny.
It's going to be bad, but you know you're going to laugh a couple of times. Yes. So we'll definitely have to watch it.
That's the other thing. Like, those movies can be like that. You could pick moments out of all of the Naked Guns and make it look like a not funny movie, but you could pick moments and make it look like a really funny movie. So I want to go to the theater to support it because I really like that kind of movie, and you never get that anymore. So I'm willing, whatever. If it's bad, it's bad, whatever. I'm willing to go to the theater. I've seen, like I said, a couple trailers that have made me genuinely laugh out loud. I wasn't like hysterically laughing, but there have been things that make me laugh. There's one problem I have with the movie.
No Leslie
It's
Nielsen.
one joke, that's it.
Two problems.
Liam Neeson, Leslie Nielsen?
See?
What?
There's one joke where Liam Neeson is in the
Liam
police.
Nielsen.
Liam Nielsen is in the police station.
You know there are people who that's it.
My dad.
Yeah.
And Pamela Anderson comes into the police station and he says to her, please take a seat. And she grabs a seat and takes it out of the room. Okay, whatever. I'll get a chuckle, whatever.
Like, okay,
it's whatever.
yeah.
The problem is he doesn't say take a seat. He says take a chair. That's not something people say. That ruins the joke, in my opinion. The joke's not great to begin with, but the joke is take a seat and you take a seat out of the room and leave it there. But he says take a chair. That is not what people say when someone comes in a room to sit down. They say take a seat, not take a chair. So I'm like,
That was
nobody
a joke, man.
anywhere was like, it should be take a seat here instead of take a chair, but whatever.
Yeah.
There you go. There's spaghetti. There's a picture. Those are 3 pictures of spaghetti right there. It's so funny.
It's amazing.
He's Irish in the movie, says Drake. So but anyway, whatever. That's enough of all that. We got to talk about video games. God damn
I
it.
forgot.
Mom brain, if you will. I'm so tired. Go get a coffee.
I'm drinking one.
Go get more coffee.
Yeah.
All right.
Directly to my veins.
Top stories. We're not going to do that one. We are going to do this. Okay. So I had to relearn the news this week because I missed a whole week and then whatever. Here's what we know for a fact. There was a LinkedIn listing for a 3D character modeler. Taksahi Maruyama. They're a 3D character modeler, and they worked at Nintendo for a few months. They were hired as a contractor, and their LinkedIn profile said that they were doing 3D character modeling for a SRPG sequel that's heading to the Switch 2. It specifically said that. So we know it is a first-party game. We know it's an SRPG, and we know
What
it's
does
a
that
sequel,
mean? What is an
and we
S?
know that it's going to Switch 2. S stands for strategy, so it's a little bit different from
That sounds
a regular
Hard
RPG.
strategy
And
RPG.
when you
That's more
think
like a Fire Emblem,
when you think strategy RPGs at Nintendo, you think Fire Emblem. Exactly. So not surprising because Fire Emblem has gotten really popular in recent years. So it's not surprising that they would do a new Fire Emblem for Switch 2. It's not surprising that it would be a sequel. And they would probably want to get that out early on because Fire Emblem is literally the most popular it has ever been right now.
Wow.
So chances are this is a Fire Emblem sequel. We don't know that for sure, but again, we know for sure it's an SRPG, it's a sequel, it's a Nintendo property, and it's coming to Switch 2. All of those are facts that we know. So all signs point to Fire Emblem.
Yeah, what else? What else would you have?
What
XCOM
other
is not
strategy
Nintendo, right?
RPGs from Nintendo? There could be something Pokemon related that is a
That's
strategy,
true.
but that would have to involve Pokemon Company as well.
I'm just trying to
Strategy
think of other
RPGs. Whoops, at Nintendo. I'm sure someone in the Discord can help me out. Project Steam, yeah, that's it, definitely. But yeah, it's gonna be Fire Emblem. First comment comes from Autumnal Blake, and they say I was actually a little surprised it wasn't in the Switch 2 Direct. It felt like the right time for it, and with Engage being a little bit more of a spinoff, it's been a very long time since Three Houses. That's true. If you're looking for pure Fire Emblem experiences, Three Houses came out some time ago on the Switch, so it is about that time. That's a very good point.
Advance
And
Wars 2.
Advance Wars, there you go. It could be Advance
Yeah.
Wars. Yes, that's a very good point. It could be Battalion Wars, although that wasn't strategy. I liked Battalion Wars a lot. It will never come back.
Well, they're
But
not
yes,
allowed to make those
Advance
games
Wars.
anymore until there's world
No,
peace, right?
they put out. Nintendo eventually gave up and was like, "War's here to stay," so
Oh,
they gave
okay.
us the Advance Wars one. So yes, Advance Wars could be the other one. Very unlikely. Fire Emblem
It's gonna be
early
I
on
mean,
Switch
come
2, sell a big seller.
Fire
Yeah, it
Emblem
makes too
is
much
our
sense.
lock of the week.
That's right.
If I had a
Um,
big lock, I would show you.
So yes, and if there is a Nintendo Direct this week, as rumors are pointing to, and this is already on a developer's LinkedIn profile, then there's a very good chance we could at least see something about it. I would imagine it would be a 2026 title, but yes. Also, in the world of Nintendo, we got a confirmation on our new voice actor for Princess Peach. The old Princess Peach is gone.
Yeah.
The new Princess
Throw her in
Peach
the garbage.
is here. So Samantha Kelly has been the voice actor for Princess Peach for a long time now, but they're done.
Yeah.
Nintendo cleaned house on all their voice actors and got new ones. Your new Princess Peach is Courtney Lynn. She officially announced it on social media. So apparently Nintendo was like, you are now allowed to say what you're doing. She has come out to say she is the voice of Princess Peach and Baby Peach. So there's your new voice actor. You might know her from roles in Barbie Dream Besties, the animated movie, where she voiced Barbie.
Oh.
You also might know her as Draculaura in the Monster High franchise. Finally, if you're weeaboo like myself, you might know her as the voice of Panty, the titular Panty in Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt, which just saw new episodes come out now. So
the name of the show is Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt?
You got it. It's a very, I know this is going to seem redundant, but it's a very strange anime. But yes, she is your new voice of Princess Peach for now until, who knows, decades from now.
Until
so
they
there you
get
go.
sick of her.
Joining Kevin Afghani as the voice of Mario Luigi and Kuji Takeda as the voice of Donkey Kong.
So,
Courtney Lynn, let me just read her statement. Hold on to your statement or question. Courtney says, I can finally say I'm the voice of Princess Peach and Baby Peach in Mario Kart World. Eternally grateful for Nintendo for trusting me to help carry the legacy of this icon. These characters are so much bigger than ourselves. I'm so honored and honestly can still hardly believe it. I have so much respect for all the Peaches that came before me, especially the one I grew up with. I will do my best with every opportunity I've given and hope you all have been enjoying the game. That's a very nice statement from her. Awesome to see.
33 years old.
Do.
The rest of her life.
She will have it for decades, I'd imagine. Do your statement question?
I was curious if the woman who got replaced is now a Nintendo ambassador.
Yes, that I was familiar with her actually from Panty and Stocking and Garter Belt.
I had a really good Spiders and Flies story until you said who the voice of Donkey Kong was. So now I have to come up with a new story.
So no ambassador thing as far as we know. Just a regular, you're done. Thanks for your time. Because not,
goodbye, good luck. I don't remember saying goodbye.
As far as it goes, Charles Martinet was head and shoulders above everybody else as far as a known name. Not a lot of people knew who Princess Peach was before by name anyway. Zeldu says, was she not credited in the game? Not sure why there's a delay in being able to announce her name is already in the game credits. Edit. Oh, Nintendo doesn't list voice actors alongside the characters they play, it seems. It's true. Nintendo does that weird-ass thing where they're like, here's the people. You figure out who they play. So, I don't know why. Sokar below that says, okay, then who's doing Toad? We got that answer later this week. Did I make that a top story? Probably not. You know what? Let's see how good Google search is. Go Nintendo, Toad, voice actor. Does Google work? There it is, right there. Here's your voices for Toad and Toadette. Paul Castro Jr. voiced the NPC Toads in the free roam version or in the free roam mode of Mario Kart World. So any Toads you bump into or see alongside the road when they're all that crap, it is Paul Castro Jr. Layla Burzins is the new voice of the official Toad. So when you pick Toad as a character, you are hearing the voice of Layla Burzins. Now, Toadette also got a new voice because I'm not going to say that. The voice of Toadette is now Laura Stahl. So NPC Toad, character Toad, and Toadette all got new voices this time around, and we learned them all this week. So, Car, I hope you saw that information. You did.
Didn't they announce actors for the Zelda movie?
They did.
Is that true?
Week we were on vacation.
Yes, they did.
Zelda.
It's like, I'm actually kind of happy. I don't know if this is gonna be a story later, but it's like not. It's like not.
No names.
It's not Tom Holland and Zendaya. It's not.
Lead actors for the live-action Legend of Zelda movie have been announced. Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, known for his roles in The Haunting of Bly Manor, which I did see, but I don't remember him.
Benny Ames.
And Pinocchio, where he played Pinocchio, I guess.
Pinocchio.
He will be playing Link, and Bo Bragason, known as Renegade Nell, and the Jetty, known for will play Princess Zelda. Link looks like he'll be I got no complaints really. I don't know the actor, but I was like, that could be a fine Link.
Yes.
Zelda, I was like, that actually looks like a really good Zelda. So
Yeah, I was so afraid they were gonna be like Tom Holland as Link. And I
Tom
was like,
Holland as Link
yeah.
and Tom Holland as Zelda.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt as Link.
Yeah.
As far as their acting abilities and bodies of work, not familiar. As far
Yeah.
as their
But
looks,
that's
seems good.
could be.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
I think that was a wise decision. Yes. Now, who will be Ganon?
Jack Black.
Chris Pratt. Jack Black. You're right. Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Because as we know in the Mario movie, Bowser plays the piano for Peaches, and as we know in Legend of Zelda, Ganon plays the piano. So it only makes sense for Jack Black to do it. We're bringing back that guy. I already apologized earlier, but apologies again. Pokemon news. There was a Pokemon Presents this week.
This is ass cheeks.
Which was
Absolutely
22 minutes, I believe, or 24 minutes of Pokemon news. We will give you the breakdown. Thank you to the resident Pokemon person, Nintendo Jam, for covering this Pokemon Presents because I knew I could not do it justice, and Nintendo Jam did an excellent job. We had news about everything you want to: the card game, the
Whoa.
cartoons, the
Whoa.
animated shows in
Whoa.
general, the video games,
Whoa.
the toys, everything. So get ready.
Whatever the hell.
The accessories,
Hell.
bathroom accessories.
Yes. Pokemon Legends ZA, which is something we already knew about. We got the
ZA.
yes.
Shouldn't it be AZ?
Well, they went through the alphabet so
We-
much they got to Z, and they were going to start again at A, but they just went ZA.
Oh,
we
okay.
we
I
explained
gotcha.
this name.
That makes sense.
We explained this name and why it is that. I don't remember,
I just
but there was an
explained why.
explanation
There
that
you
made
go.
sense. Yes, I'm
And
sorry.
when you get to the end again, it'll be ZZ, and then it'll be ZZA, ZZB. It'll just keep going.
ZA zippy I Z I zo zippy I zo Z
Well, now you're
zo
just
zippy
being
I zo Z. You
ridiculous.
don't know that? B A B B A B B I B B by B by. Really? You're a teacher.
That was a really
I don't
good
know.
news story. So next up,
Oh, don't worry, dude. We're just getting started. So Pokemon Legends ZA was the big one that was shown. We gotta look
Moving
at.
on.
it's a pizza. Za. Probably.
We gotta look at the game running on Switch 2, but most importantly, we found out that the game is coming out October 16th. We got the official release date. So it's coming out on Switch and Switch 2. It's a Switch 2 edition if you buy it on Switch 2. And do get excited. You've bought multiple versions of the Switch because of the special editions. There will be a Pokemon Legends ZA bundle that you can get for
Oh,
the Switch 2.
That's
So
cool.
get on that October 16th. Next up, we got another look at Pokemon Champions, which is coming out on Switch 2 sometime in 2026. Completely battle-focused game. 3 battle modes in 2 different formats. So none of the training, none of that. Just fights. What people want. Imagine Pokemon, but it's UFC. That's what you're getting. Pokemon Friends was a new Pokemon game that was announced. It's a puzzle game. It was announced and released the same day, which we know is called a Shadow Drop. You can get it on Switch, iOS, or Android. iOS or Android, it's free. Switch is $10. Here's the real load of garbage about this. The game has microtransactions on all platforms. If you're going to make me pay $10 for the Switch version, cut out the microtransactions.
Cut it out.
iOS, Android microtransactions, you get the game for free. That's how it works. I understand, but you got to pay for it on Switch. Why would you get it on Switch? Get it for free on mobile and then spend millions of dollars on your microtransactions. Don't spend $10 on Switch and then millions of dollars on microtransactions. But it's like a puzzle a day puzzle game. Looks like, any other puzzle game you've seen, except it's got Pokemon in it. Pokemon Tail. If there's a chance of you being interested in something, seriously, this is the only one.
I'm listening.
Pokemon Tales: The Misadventures of Sirfetch'd and Pichu. This is an animation coming in 2027. Stop motion done by Aardman, the Wallace and Gromit people. That's
Oh,
the best
it's
I can give you.
That's cool.
It is stop animation. I don't know if it's rigs or claymation with rigs in them. I don't know, but they put out a teaser trailer. Looks very much in the style of Wallace and Gromit.
Are Wallace and Gromit going to be in it?
Big mouth, big teeth.
they usually sneak cameos into everything. So I'm
that'd
sure
be
in the
cool.
background there will be a poster with. If I had to guess, it'll probably be that penguin with their
The
glove on his head
penguins and
because he looks like a
everything,
Pokemon.
yeah,
So. Also, one of the most interesting and unique things that Pokemon Company has done in recent years has gotten the green light for more. Pokemon Concierge is a gorgeous, really cozy, really nice animated series on Netflix. And the first season did well enough to warrant a second season. I highly recommend you check it out. It's really warm and fuzzy in a way that Animal Crossing is. It's actually really enjoyable, and it's coming from someone who is very lowly interested in Pokemon. It's a really cool series. So more of that coming to Netflix. Does it say when?
He admitted it. He's lowly interested, so he doesn't like it, people.
I do like it, but my knowledge, like I played the original game and then the one after that, and then I stopped playing them, and I've missed so much since then. Like my knowledge of Pokemon is minuscule compared to what's come out. So.
I mean, we go over a Pokemon every week. You should be a walking encyclopedia of Pokemon.
Well, I know Pokemon, but the games and the evolutions and all the details of battle, forget it. The Pokemon Concierge episodes come out September 4th. I just got an ad on GoNintendo for craft singles.
Wow.
I'm honored. 2025 Pokemon World Championships. We don't need to talk about that. The Pokemon trading card game, which is, again, more popular now than it has ever been.
Like
We
the
just-
physical trading card
Yeah.
game? Wow.
Has always been popular.
Yeah.
Has only grown in popularity, but right now it is insanely popular.
So it's never going to end then, this Pokemon thing, I don't think. I guess it'll
You know,
forever.
Time Magazine put out that issue decades ago where they're like, the Pokemon fad, when will it end? And I remember being so mad about that stuff. And I was like, these people have no idea how Nintendo operates. It's not going to be a fad. It's going to be here forever.
Did you
And look where we are.
Well, I'm not
did
saying.
you write a letter to the manager of
A
Time
sternly worded letter. No, I'm just joking around with you. But that story was
I mean,
true.
it like people love it, so it deserves to be around. That's fine. I'm just wondering, when are people going to stop loving it so we can stop making
Well,
them?
you'll always have
It's
little
never gonna
kids who
happen.
are gonna like Pokemon.
No,
it's
when
never
are
gonna
people
happen.
going to stop loving it? When it gets really bad?
I'm
I
going to
would
be
guess?
in the hospital at 80 on my deathbed, and the nurse is going to be like, hold on, I just got to catch Pokemon 4080, the Jiggly Juff.
It's like Jigglypuff, but this time
Yeah.
he's got a different hairstyle.
It's totally different. It's got a new hat. Yes,
Nah.
I mean, if it falls off well, let's look at it this way: The Simpsons has never ended, and we could all agree that it has certainly fallen off to a large degree. But
Yeah.
it continues on because it makes enough money and it's popular enough. Pokemon has only gotten more popular as time goes on, which shows me that the game, the brand, the franchise is getting better in people's eyes, or at least doing enough to keep them interested.
This train ain't slowing down, people.
So they announced a new expansion for the Pokemon trading card game. They announced new details for the Mega Evolution expansion. You got a trailer and details on that. Maybe I can entice you with a trip to Japan so we can visit Poke Park Kanto, a permanent outdoor Pokemon attraction that will be a new part of Japan's Yomiuri Land amusement park. So it'll be an amusement park all Pokemon based.
It could be, that would probably be fun. I mean, I wouldn't know any of the stuff, but they take their theme parks seriously, and I think it would probably be a good time. I don't know if it would get me to buy a Pokemon game and play it, but I'd
Maybe
probably have a ball.
Jiggly Jeff plush.
I'll get a Jiggly Jeff plush.
Scheduled for opening in early 2026.
Jeff Probst.
That Time magazine article was from 1999.
There you go. I'll never forget it
It also
because
said,
little.
should kids play with monsters?
How old were we in 1990?
1999.
1999.
We were
17.
We were in high
17.
school.
Yeah.
And I remember myself as a little kid, and boy, was I pissed off seeing that in the stores. It made me so mad. One day, I remember flipping one of them around at the magazine rack. I was like, "No,
Oh, you got
don't
'em.
get it.
Wow.
You
got
don't
'em.
get it." And I got them. And now what are they putting out? Look up Time Magazine now. They put out whole magazines dedicated to just Pokemon. Find it. They're on there because they're sons of bitches. Or maybe they just saw the light.
Okay.
Maybe they said, I choose you, Pokemon. New content for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Remember, you can play them on Switch 2 with enhanced frame rates and resolutions and all that jazz. Always new content coming to Pokemon Go. The next big thing is Pokemon Go Fest 2025, the max finale, which is on August 23rd and 24th. Get ready for that, trainers. New content for Pokemon Masters EX, which again always happens. Same thing with Unite. Same thing with Sleep. Same thing with Cafe Remix. They always get new content. So there you go. How much do people hate this? Conan Giga says, Mega Dragonite looks pretty silly, not going to lie. The Pokemon Company is really concentrating on smartphone games and tie-ins. That's where the big money lies. I get it. But ideally miss spin-off titles like the Ranger series or Pokemon Pinball. Give us a new Pokemon Pinball. That's
Yeah.
one of the best virtual pinball games I've ever played. My aunt doesn't know a damn thing about Pokemon or video games, and she plays Pokemon Pinball to this day, to this very day.
To this day.
She loves that game. She only ever played it because her son was a Pokemon fan and he had that game. He moved on to other things. She kept it and continues to play it. It's a fantastic pinball game. Phenomenal.
Maybe she just likes pinball and not the Pokemon aspect.
But why is that the only one she plays?
She's old.
I can't argue that. You're right. Oh my God, dude. Look at this ad I got on GoNintendo. Oh, it was for Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon. It was.
Oh,
But it's gone.
that's too bad.
And there we go. That's that. Moving on to
Moving on.
You know what? Let me see if I can make this better for you. No more Pokemon stories.
Thank you.
Do you promise?
I promise. There may be like sales data where a Pokemon game would come up, but
You're not allowed to read it because you promised, and you
Okay.
always keep your promises.
You got it. You got it. I will not mention it. I will refer to it as something
Nice. Now I hope there's a Pokemon story.
Next story. Switch 2. We're 1+ month into it now. We've done so many stories about how it's selling great and breaking records and all that stuff. Well, here's another record broken. 1+ month in, the Switch 2 is Japan's fastest selling game hardware ever.
Over the PS2.
Over the everything.
Yeah.
Until Sony
I heard
decides
it
that
be
they sold
PS2,
more.
yeah.
Yes.
Well, if you
Till
look
Sony
at it
finds
this
more launch
way,
numbers, yeah. See, it's PS2, so each one should count as 2, so it's actually double.
But it's Switch 2.
Nintendo could come back
Oh
and say
my
that. Yeah.
God.
The Switch
Well,
2.
it's Xbox 360. So
Oh my
Holy
God.
cow. They're blowing them out of the water over there.
I still think even with that, Xbox is sold so poorly in Japan that it still wouldn't measure up. Switch 2 in Japan has alone, let me try that again. Switch 2 in Japan alone has sold over 1.5 million units in Japan. That is good enough to make it the fastest selling gaming hardware in Japan ever. Do not look at the story. All of you are playing. Can you guess what was the second best or second fastest selling hardware in Japan ever? So we're talking about in the first month plus of sales in Japan. Game hardware includes portables and handhelds. Just if it plays games, it
DS.
counts. We got a DS guess.
I'll stick with PlayStation 2.
We got a PlayStation 2.
I was also going to say DS.
We got DS. Okay.
But-
Coming in.
But I'll say Game Boy Advance.
Okay. He says Game Boy Advance. Coming in fourth place, the Switch sold 550,000 units in a month plus. Coming in third place, the PS2, 1.1 million. Coming in second place, the DS, 1.2 million. Coming in first place, the GBA, 1.3
I was kidding.
million. GBA, yeah.
The one that I was joking about is the
Dead
winner.
serious, yeah.
Yes.
GBA, 1.367 million in a month plus. So the Switch has beaten that, or Switch 2 has beaten that handily
Man,
by at
that's
least
amazing.
200,000 units. And it's definitely more than that.
Well,
Did
you know,
they-
if we're just talking about consoles, then my answer was right.
Did they?
That is true. I'll take that.
Did they
I'll
not?
take that.
Were they limited with GBA and DS when
All
on
systems when they
launch?
come out are supply constrained, especially the Switch. But I don't remember what the constraints were for the GBA back then, but it was constrained at launch. Yes, Nintendo has done an excellent job at not having supply constraints on Switch 2. They've really
yeah,
done, it's
that's
been
what's doing
not
it, right?
just a week supply, it's been multi times a week they get it out there. But the system is still sold out at multiple retailers. So they're still refreshing it as quickly as they can, but they can't keep up with it, but they're doing much better. So there is that question of, if the PS2 had more supply, could it have done? Who knows? But that's where we're at. Aussie McBucket says, I wouldn't have expected GBA to be the next closest. I never heard of it setting any records, or at least maybe not since other consoles have released. Well, that's because Aussie McBucket, back then, we didn't do this stupid garbage, and people just played games and enjoyed them. And the people who were talking about this kind of stuff were very small and very quiet corners of whatever the internet was at that time. So it didn't happen. Now, that's all that matters. What did it sell? It's a failure. It's a success this day. It's a failure the next. It's doomed.
Nintendo's
That's
going
where we
out
are
of
now. Yep,
business.
that's what it is. We are looking for men who haven't exercised in years and are ready to start. Got that ad on the site. Not me. Not me.
You're looking to stop.
Tell me about it. Yeah. I was thinking about that last night. Josh, we need your Circana, my friend.
I don't want to be here.
Is this thing on?
We are on, Josh, and we are ready to go.
MPD is out, and Circana is in.
Oh, that's right. You don't do
Wouldn't
that. We
you
do.
like to know?
All right. Do not look at this chart, everybody. This is our, here we go. The explainer once again, United States only,
Okay.
all platforms.
Okay.
So this is also the first month where Switch 2 is included.
Oh.
So we're looking for software sales for all platforms in the United States, June. So again, Switch 2.
digital.
Physical and digital, but as we always say, Nintendo's digital is not included. So remember, Switch 2 data is included this time around. Mom Brain, hit the music, and we will start with you.
Now it's for June.
Yes. That's the song I'm looking for.
Let's go with FIFA.
EA FC 25 is what you'd be looking for. And yes, that is number 12. Lube?
Call of Duty, bruh.
Call of Duty, yes. Number 4. Do?
Now, would Mario Kart World be not count because it's a bundle? It doesn't have to be a bundle, but like that would take a huge chunk
Bundle
off of the sales.
are
right?
not included in the
Okay.
sold number. That is correct.
Then I'll say Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk is number 18. Back to Mom Brain.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts Legacy. I do not see it, Mom Brain. I'm so sorry. Lube.
Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Star Wars Battlefront 2, number 17. Yes. Lube or Do.
GTA 5.
Yes, number 9. Lube.
Minecraft.
Yes, number 8. Do. The heat is on.
MLB The Show.
Yes, MLB The Show. 7. Lube.
NFL, EA NFL game.
EA NFL.
You know.
No. And that is because new Maddens come out in August. So we're right up against the new one. So low time. Do, if you get this correct, you are the winner.
E-Ring Elden R. E-Ring and Rain.
E-Ring and Rain. Your original answer would have been incorrect, but you adjusted. Oh, no, it wouldn't. It's number 13, so you would have won there anyway. But also, E-Ring Night R is number 1, so you won both ways. Yeah.
Wow.
Number 1. Do wins it. Now we will take you our top 20 down to 1, starting with WWE 2K25, still hanging in there. Assassin's Creed Shadows, Cyberpunk, Star Wars Battlefront 2, The Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion Remastered, Rat Hat Redemption 2, NBA 2K25, E-Ring, Elden R, EA Sports FC 25, Split Fiction, and then your number 10, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azumad. That's its debut at number 10. Grand Theft Auto 5, Minecraft, MLB The Show. Forza was number 6. Stellar Blade was number 5. Stellar Blade was previously at 185, but we just saw the game ported to other platforms. Number 4 is Call of Duty. Number 3, which I thought one of you would have guessed for sure, but never did, Mario Kart World. Even though it's still counted in a bundle, the solo sales were enough, and that doesn't include digital, so it made it to number 3.
But everyone online was complaining about the price of it.
Well, some people like the price so much that they bought it outside of the system. So that's crazy that it made it to number 3, not including the bundle. The bundle accounts for 80% of the Switch 2s sold. And this number also doesn't include digital. So just the physical sales outside of the bundle were enough to get it to number 3.
So basically, every time we have a list like this for the next 8 years, we should say Mario Kart World because it'll be on there. Because Mario Kart 8 was on there,
Fingers
right?
crossed, hopefully. Number 2, which I'm also surprised you didn't say, Death Stranding 2.
Oh, yeah.
Debuted at
It's
number
like
2.
it's like it didn't even exist. I've been playing
Yep.
so much Donkey Kong.
Debuted at number 2, and then E-Ring Knight R at number 1.
And Rain.
And Rain.
I like N Rain better. I
Okay.
don't know if it's.
E-Ring and Rain.
I know it's harder, but like if you get the
E-Ring
flow
and
of
Rain.
it.
I can do it. E-Ring and Rain. June hardware spending increased by 249%. I'll give you one guess as to why. This is a record high hardware spend for June of all time. There's never been a higher June than this one.
Woo!
Switch 2 sold an estimated 1.6 million units in the United States in June.
I am impressed.
That would make it the highest launch sales for video game hardware in the United States ever. No system has ever sold more than that in its launch month. Launch month, not even June specifically, just launch month. No system has ever sold more. Switch 2 is June's best-selling video game hardware in terms of both units and dollars, not surprising. And PS5 remained the bestseller year to date. Not surprising because it's had the whole year.
Now, how do we know this is true? Because again, from what I've been reading, Nintendo's been doomed this entire time.
Well,
so they're certainly shuttering their doors soon, right?
I'll tell you how we can trust this, and it's the only way I know you'll trust it, because these numbers come from Circana. And who's
Matty
Circana?
Piz?
Matty Piss. He's the guy that does it. He puts out the numbers every time these happen.
I have a
Then I
question.
believe it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Does Matty Piss know the spiders and flies?
I don't know. I know Matty Piss.
I'm
He
not
knows
asking
me.
you.
I don't. Oh, okay.
I'm asking their representative do.
The spiders and flies don't disclose who some of their sources could be.
Ooh.
So and they don't even tell me. So I don't know.
Here's
Alright,
your
alright.
top 10 Switch 2 games. It's combined into one chart, starting with number 10. Minecraft, which apparently a boatload of people bought for Switch 2 as soon as the Switch 2 came out. It was the 5th best-selling eShop game on a Switch 2 at launch.
When I said Minecraft, I was like, "There's no way Minecraft's on the list." But I'm like, "No, Minecraft's always on
Yep.
the list for the past 20 years."
Yep.
I shouldn't say 20 years, 10 years. I was like, "It's gonna be on there."
It really is amazing. I mean, you got to imagine these people are double and triple dipping.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's no way someone waited for Switch 2 to play Minecraft.
Yeah. Now is my time. I'm going to get on this Minecraft thing.
I saw the movie, loved it.
Yeah, right. Number 9 is Bravely Default Flying Fairy HD Remaster, so it's Switch 2 debut. Hogwarts Legacy was right there, obviously, because of the Switch 2. Mario Kart 8, holding strong at number 7, still in there. Street Fighter 6 at number 6, so another Switch 2 game. Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom taking 5 and 4, obviously because of the Switch 2 upgrades. Number 3, Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, that's great. Number 2, Cyberpunk 2077, the best-selling third-party title on Switch 2 at launch. And then number 1, as we said, Mario Kart World. There you go.
So is Cyberpunk? Have they cleaned that game up then? I guess because
Well, it's been many years, and my understanding is yes, it is all spruced up and spit polished, and as it should have been.
It should have been, yeah. And the same thing with like No Man's Sky is still going strong because they.
Funny you should say that, because No Man's Sky, I believe, was the 4th best-selling on Switch 2 at launch, because they also did a Switch 2 upgrade for that at launch.
Man, that's
People
cool.
jumped in, yeah. Cyberpunk's
great now, as far as like all those bugs
I
are.
was like, you returned yours because you hated it so much, right? When you
And
first got it?
Because it was
Cyberpunk-
really buggy, yeah. But I've since played it. I just played it earlier this year. Maybe it was the end of last year, but I played it and it's all fixed. So it's really, really great.
Cyberpunk on Switch 2 has all the DLC, and it uses every new feature of the Switch 2. Gyro controls, mouse controls, touchscreen if you want that. HD Rumble 2. It does everything. They use absolutely everything, and all the DLC is there. So it is the full fat version of Cyberpunk.
the
It's
way you
everything
want
you
it.
could get.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's quite a feat too, I must say. I haven't seen it, but if it plays as good as it's been reviewed as playing, then it's really, really impressive.
Digital Foundry put it through its paces, and they gave it a very big thumbs up. They compared it to other platforms and said that it looks and runs better than in some areas than the other versions that are out. And on top of that, the DLC, which is called, I don't remember,
Phantom Liberty.
never came out on the other systems, PS4 and Xbox Series, Xbox One X, and that's because it couldn't handle it. But it did come out on Switch too. So there you go. Switch. Oh, wait a minute. I just made this its second top story because we covered this. There you go. Anybody care to guess? So again, Switch 2 is the highest launch month unit sales for video game hardware in the US ever. Does anybody want to guess what the previous record holder was for the US?
PlayStation 2.
All game hardware, PS2. DS.
Game Boy Advance.
Game Boy Advance. The winner, previous record holder, was the PS4, which sold 1.1 million. So the Switch 2 really blew that away. It blew it away by over 500,000 units. So very much secured that until Sony discovers that they sold more PS4s that they forgot to tell us about at launch. But Nintendo. Joe Shabadoo says Nintendo. Oh, pardon me. I meant Nintendo blooming. The start of something beautiful. Congrats to them on making some sexy hardware and stockpiling a ton of units globally before they pressed the go button. They really did stockpile, and that's the truth. I was telling you this data, and because I found it interesting, and I am the guy that runs the site, I made it a top story, so now we can get into all the details. Don't look at this one if you want to play the guessing game.
All right.
Who did this? Newzoo, which analyzes mobile and game sales data. They took a look at the digital side of Switch 2 to see what games were selling and why and all that jazz. They revealed June 2025's top 5 Switch 2 eShop titles. Now, I've already given you some pieces of the puzzle. I told you that No Man's Sky was in the top 5. I told you that Minecraft was in the top 5. I got the numbers reversed. No Man's Sky was number 5, 5th best-selling. Minecraft was number 4. Minecraft did not get a special Switch 2 upgrade yet. I'm sure it will. No Man's Sky did. So it's just regular Minecraft people who are like, I want to play it on Switch 2, or as Stu said, newcomers who are jumping in now. Does anyone care to guess 3, 2, and 1 for the best-selling eShop titles at Switch 2 launch? We have talked about all 3 of them today.
Mario Kart.
That is number 3.
Breath of the Wild.
That is not here.
Oh.
Not in the top 5.
The other one is, though, damn it.
The other Zelda, you mean?
I would imagine.
No. Nope. Not here.
Oh, duh.
The Donkey Kong.
No, that came out this
Cyberpunk.
month. What?
Cyberpunk, obviously, right?
No. People went physical on that one.
Oh.
All on the game card. They wanted that. No game key card. Thank God Nikki Hill is not here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know any of that.
Okay. We're
Welcome
looking for
Tour.
2. Yes, number 2.
What was it?
Switch
Welcome
2
Tour.
Welcome Tour is
Oh.
number 2.
I had no idea that was there.
And number 1. Any guesses? Any guesses? What a
Um,
beautiful cat. What a beautiful cat.
Right?
I haven't been in the Discord in a bit. I apologize. I'm missing cats. Mark Fulu, beautiful cat.
is it
Thanks
a
for joining.
Pokemon.
No.
Mario.
No.
Is it a Nintendo IP? Or is it
No.
third par- oh,
Son of
It
a
is
gun.
third party.
yeah.
And the third party that is crucial. It's a very special third party. Very special. Some would say it's the only third party in this circumstance. Some would say that, and they would be correct because that is the answer. It is literally the only third party in this situation that has made the list, and it's number 1.
Sonic.
That's a great guess. There is a Sonic game. But no.
I don't know why I can't think of it.
When you don't want to be tortured anymore, just tell me and I'll drop it.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
Lay it
Lube
on
is
us,
out.
Raw.
Wait on us.
You're out, Mom Brain. Out.
Out.
Deltarune is number 1.
No.
Because
Yeah,
it
you've been
is
saying
the
it all
only
through.
indie developer that got access to a Switch 2 dev kit. Literally
so
the only one.
What's this Deltarune game about? I don't know anything about it.
It's made by Toby Fox, the Undertale guy, and it is related to Undertale, but we aren't quite sure how yet. We just know in many ways it is.
So is it like an RPG then?
It
Like,
plays very similarly to Undertale,
Okay.
but there are some notable differences. But yes, the basic
yeah, okay. So
battle
it's
mechanics
like
are
an
the same.
RPG.
Yes.
Do we have old guy here talking?
Sure.
Do we have
Old guy
age
answering.
numbers on who plays Undertale and who plays Deltarune? Is it like a younger, obviously, than us, like the next generation's playing it and liking it?
Have no official answer for you. I can give you anecdotal. I don't have an official age breakdown. What I can tell you is Undertale was a Kickstarter game. So I can't imagine many 8-year-olds were like going on Kickstarter to fund the game. The game has sold millions and millions of copies. So it's got an age range of, 8 to 80,
Yeah.
whatever. What's the biggest range? I'm just guessing. I would say probably mid 20s to mid 30s. That's where I'd put it. I would say it's a very strong, like 12 to 23, something like that. I'm sure age range, but yeah, it's not like my cousin's kids are playing it, and I say kids, but they're not kids. They're
In their 20s.
Yeah, like
Late
one's
teens,
one's
early
going
20s.
into freshman year of college and
Yeah.
one's going into sophomore year of college.
So that's a great question. I would love to know. I don't know if that research has been done.
I'm curious because if it is younger people playing and loving it, why does the rest of the industry look the way it does? Like why are we like doing these like Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, like crapping out crap after crap, and then there's this game that from the outside looks like some Super Nintendo game, and yet like young people are eating it up. So like why are they responding to that, and yet we still like the rest of the industry other than Nintendo for the most part is just like this junk?
Great question. It's because those people who put out those companies that put out those games are afraid to try anything different, and they know, like, if you're buying a PS5, let's say, and you're going to go for you want to go for the biggest audiences there. They want sports people and they want first-person shooter people. Like they're going to go because that way you can put out both of those come out yearly, and that's a solid return every year. You're going to do that, so that's what they're looking for, and they're too afraid to try anything new. And right now, the last couple of years, we're really seeing how much that's hurting those companies because those companies are doing bad. And they've let talent go that you can point to and say, look at how bad you screwed yourself over. God, there's 2 games. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 is a former Ubisoft developer. They let that guy go. The guy who spearheaded that game. That's a big hit now. They blew it with that. And there's another Ubisoft game. I can't remember what it is, but it was another developer they let go that made another big hit because Ubisoft won't take those risks. It's like, if we're making a game, it's got to be a Tom Clancy. It's got to be an Assassin's Creed. It's got to be a Far Cry. Like, it's got to be an established franchise. Otherwise, we're not doing it. Then they'll do something like Prince of Persia, which is an established franchise. And they did whatever the 2D Metroidvania was, won awards, sold multiple millions copies. But for some reason, Ubisoft, in their ignorance, is like, this didn't sell 9 million copies. This is a failure. And all gamers are like, why would you imagine this would sell 9 million copies based on the types of games you do, the audience you fostered, and like how your pricing schemes work? Like, how did gamers all know this was going to do like 1 to 2 million? And you were like, didn't do 5 million. It's no good. Like, so it's the problem. I don't remember who said it. Somebody just said it recently, and it's not an original thought, but it's been said a lot lately. The problem is these companies are now, the games that are being made are being dictated by the higher ups who don't understand video games. They just know Assassin's Creed sells this much. Do another Assassin's Creed. Call of Duty sells this much. Do another one of those. That's why there's so many live service games where like Fortnite's popular. Do a Fortnite, and they put them out, and it's like well, nobody's playing this. It's because they're playing Fortnite. They already have a Fortnite. You have to make something better than Fortnite to get them to move off of Fortnite. So, I mean, Sony has done it because Sony's higher ups are in charge of what games are being made, and Sony literally put out a live what's it called?
A Stray
Live service
is
game,
another
if that's
one.
what they're called. Stray is the other one. Yes, that's the Ubisoft game that they let a developer go and he made Stray, and it's another big hit. But live service games as a service game. Sony went big on those, and literally one of them they put out and closed within the same month. And now, that's why Nintendo does so well, and that's why their president keeps saying, our higher ups do not tell our developers what to make. Our developers make their games and tell us what we need to market. Like that's how it should work. The creatives make the games, and the marketing teams and higher ups figure out how to advertise and sell them. You shouldn't have the executives dictating what needs to be made and what it needs to have because they don't understand that part of it. So that's why a lot of companies are the way they are right now. That's what's happening. And there's an audience of millions upon millions that don't give a crap about graphics. They just want games that are fun to play. Look at Stardew Valley, one of the greatest success stories in recent years. Multiple million copies, still sells incredibly well. Made by one guy, pixel art. Nobody was going to touch that game. Like no big publisher's ever going to do that, and they missed out. So I don't know what.
It sounds to me like a little bit. Obviously, what you're saying is true. They don't want to take chances, but you know, I guess an Undertale or a Deltarune is the way it is because Toby Fox is like the one-man band behind it, putting all his love into it. Whereas I can't imagine a huge team at Ubisoft making like a Deltarune game. Like I wouldn't know, but you'd think it would lose some of that heart maybe if a bigger team worked on a project like that.
I think when you reach like, I do think when you hit a certain size team, it's too hard to like handle all that stuff. You're going to lose. Yeah, you're not going to have like as much meticulous attention and detail on it because it's impossible with that big of a team.
Because you got people who are just there. I guess I gotta do this stupid thing.
I make
today.
bush textures for 17 hours a day every day. Yeah, like that guy's
great.
not. That
This
guy's not gonna be
bushwork is
passionate.
great in this game.
Who did the bushwork on this?
The thing about that, there's literally guys and girls and thems and theys in studios
Folks.
that are like, what do you do? They're like, oh, I work on Forza. Oh, okay. What do you do for Forza? I make building window textures for when people drive by buildings and they see a smear that goes by the screen. That's what I do all day, every day for something no one ever looks at or ever stops to take in unless you're Austin and you have his YouTube channel.
Right.
But yeah, that's your life. That's what you do. So call me crazy. There's nothing wrong with working for a paycheck, but when you're doing something like that has some aspect of art to it or entertainment art, whatever you want to call it, I would imagine that person probably isn't extremely passionate about making reflections on windows for 10 years.
Whereas if he's doing his own game, he's gonna, be a little bit more motivated and passionate about.
Hi, Guy Bones. Guy Bones says, anybody listen to MinMax podcast lately? Suggested by Kyle Bossman or Bozeman. They have a Rumor Meister segment that sounds awfully familiar. Do you know about this? Does the Rumor Meister know the Dues Views?
Dues Views is getting some international acclaim, but I haven't heard from the Rumor Meister. No.
I have spoken with, and I have multiple connections to Kyle Bozeman. If you need me to reach out,
K Bose
to talk about the Rumor Meister with K Bose, I can do that.
Well, I wouldn't want to, insult him.
I'm gonna have to listen first, and then I'll see what we do. Moving on, I'll switch to sales stuff. We don't need to do that because whatever. Top 5 Switch games, Switch and Switch 2 by monthly active users for June. Animal Crossing, number 5. Tears of the Kingdom, number 4. Mario Kart 8, number 3. Mario Kart 8 is still... Mario Kart 8 is the third most played game on Switch/Switch 2 now. Still all these years later. Number 2, Fortnite. Number 1, Mario Kart World, because it's brand new.
I bet you it's a bunch of Switch 1 owners who couldn't get a Switch 2, and they
We
were
got
like,
Mario Kart at home.
"Yeah, we got Mario Kart 8 at home." Ah.
Joe Shabadoo says, "Look at Welcome Torgo. So proud of that little guy, despite some qualms I have with their father's decisions." Yeah, I think it's a great game, and I think the pricing setup and all that is wrong. But quality of the game is great, and people decided. There you go. Perfect example of the internet being like, "This is stupid. I shouldn't have to pay any money for this. It's not going to sell." All the way to, "Oh, it's the second best-selling game." So there you go.
I just, I don't know. I mean, obviously, it wasn't. People are having trouble getting the system, so that's a problem for some people. But why wouldn't you just get the bundle? You save $30 getting the bundle. I don't know why it was a huge deal. I
That
guess
is
just the idea that the game costs that much.
They want
like,
a physical copy. People are big on
okay,
physical
that's
copies.
that's a
but
good point.
outside of that, yeah, I don't know. Do you want $30 extra? And some people are like, "No, I don't want it." But outside of physical copy, I got no explanation. Yeah, unless there's vice versa, people who are like, "I only want digital," and then they bought it separately.
Yeah, I don't
digitally.
know. Like I was trying to be a physical guy more recently, and now I'm going more digital again, just because it's like I don't have
tough.
the energy for this physical.
Well, if you need
media.
more, if
I've
you need more
actually
Game
been
Boy
doing
Color,
more digital now because I'm just like I don't feel like going out. And I was like, I could just download it.
if you need
right
Game
here.
Boy Color
Yeah,
hookups,
so-
I got you right.
So I have had this internal struggle about digital versus physical when it comes to books.
Mhm.
And
I've not heard of them.
for the longest time, I maintained that people who love to read have Kindles,
No.
and people who love books have like the physical copy of the
smell
book.
of the book, the
Yeah.
feel of the book.
Yeah.
And for and this is
This is gonna go on for a while because I gotta pee.
go pee, go piss,
Go
girl.
piss, girl.
So for me, like, there's this, or at least in, what the algorithm brings me, there's these like trends where people will like have their bookshelf set up and it's like all the books are organized by color, and it like respectfully,
by color,
respectfully,
not alphabetic. Get out of here.
as alphabetized as Do would
By
say, with peace and
color.
love.
Yeah.
It irks
No.
me,
Yeah.
right? Because
And it should,
it is
because they're wrong.
it's not a decoration, right? It is a
Yeah.
book. It is there for me to read and enjoy. And so, there's a part of me that's like, why do you have to have, like, why are you collecting books? And I
No,
kind of,
they're collecting colors is what they're collecting.
and I
not
kind
collecting
of
books.
feel like I could also make that same argument for like having the physical copy of a game being the same, in the same vein, except that, like we started the podcast with, you could eventually someday resell those for money. And whereas a book, unless you have like a first edition print, like you're not making any money off
Right.
of that ever down the line. But I kind of have that same, like, if I can get my Kindle, first of all, if I could have gotten out of the Kindle game, I probably would have, but my parents just bought me a new one for Christmas. So,
Oh.
but I feel like if I can get my ebooks through Libby, like through my library to borrow, that's like top tier, right? Like, so I don't have to pay for it. I'm patronizing the library, which is wonderful, but often I can't do that. And the only thing that really sort of like makes me, I like the fact that I can just download a book. Like I can finish one book at midnight and at 12:01 have a new book ready to
Yeah.
go, which I think is awesome on, to have on a digital book. But then like Droth was she's going on vacation in a week and she was like, I need book recommendations. And I was like, well, look, I have like a huge pile of physical books if you want to borrow one of those, which I love being able to do for someone. And like take it.
Like
Like
they're by color, so good luck finding
Right,
what
like,
you want.
for me, a book is not meant to be kept. A book is meant to be like shared. And maybe if I have like books that serve a purpose besides like just reading, like I have some like Twin Peaks books that are really cool, or like recipe books like that I'll keep forever just because. But I don't know. I kind of feel like unless you have this plan to like resell these games somewhere in the future, like why do you need to have the physical? Well, I guess now the argument is, do you really own it if you own it digitally? And
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
I mean, all my games that I own physically, you didn't have a digital option for
Right,
Nintendo,
right.
Super Nintendo, GameCube,
Yeah.
all that stuff. But now I see your point for nowadays.
Yeah, you know, but at the same time, like I you know, Raw Meat Cowboy has like physical copies of like movies and TV shows that he has like a personal, like he loves that were like formative. And I get that, right? Like I want to make sure, you know, I have all the seasons of Full House on DVD because, you know, I want to, and Dark Shadows.
Cut it out.
Right. So I get that. But other than that, like I don't know. I don't see the like need personally to have the physical copy besides wanting to decorate with it. Like, and maybe
Well,
that's a hot take.
That's what it ends up being, you know, because I spent the past couple of years trying to go physical and I was buying a lot of stuff. And then after I was done playing the game, it was just like on the shelf for everyone to see. And that was like all it was at that point. And then a couple of shelves filled up and I was like, man, I don't know if I need to do this physical thing forever anymore. I don't know. It kind of lost its excitement for me. I think it was all because I was like upset that I'd gotten rid of all my old games from back in the day. And I was like, I wish I had those. I'm going physical from now on. And then it was just like, this is exhausting, you know, just to get like a regular old game. But
and
I guess
I kind of feel like it's not necessarily the old game that I'm nostalgic about. It's my old life.
Yeah.
You know, like
that's exactly what it is.
You know, and I like
I'm not playing those games. Come on.
Come on.
And that's hard to digest, right? Like I actually just sent Raw Meat a really nice TikTok about the importance of having a stuffed animal. And like especially for kids, like a favorite stuff like the little gentleman. And it kind of is that same
you can
feeling
have a virtual stuffed animal
of like
Cowboy.
You know,
nowadays,
like that nostalgic feeling that's like that personally there is something very comforting to me about the fact that this physical object that brings me so much joy will never die. It will never like go away.
You're gonna make me talk about something stupid.
Like to me, I think that's like that's where it comes from for me. It's like it brought me so. I mean, he's the little gentleman's very important. But maybe that's part of it too.
Yeah, like you said, that's why I go with I've decided I will only buy physical things for things that really, really, really matter to me. So that's why I have the very small collection of games and movies and stuff, but like stuff that just like I look at it as formative or life changing.
I've fed up with this world.
That's why I have them. So, but yeah, so you were talking about that stuff. I'm gonna ask. This one, I very rarely have things I don't want to bring up because I consider them embarrassing, but I'm going to do it. You know how I happened? Did you send me the TikTok the other day of all the old foods?
Yeah.
And I went through annoyingly one by one.
Yeah.
So it's a TikTok of old foods. It was like, remember these foods from the, and you know, it just continues. Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah.
And we're scrolling through, and I was like, I've had these, I've had these,
Suddenly
I've never
s'mores.
heard of this.
Yes,
And then suddenly s'mores came up. And I swear to God, it hit me emotionally. Like I almost started to tear up, not because I was like, I miss them so bad. I do. I thought they were great, but it just reminded me of like coming home from school and watching Batman and like saving one from school lunch to bring it home for the microwave, or like just you know, like again, this is going to sound so stupid.
That thing looks good.
They were great. They were so great. My mom used to put one in my lunch, and they were meant to be microwave, but you could eat them just regular. And some days I would eat them regular, or eat them on the microwave in school. And other days I'd save it to bring it home and have it and eat it while I was watching Batman or whatever.
Before you saw that TikTok, had you thought about Suddenly S'mores since then?
They're far from my mind.
Okay.
I have thought of them, yeah. Well, usually it goes down the same train of like, I miss Micro Magic French fries. Oh, and those s'mores things. And I know Nicky Hill had them as well. I want to say they were the same brand. Maybe they weren't, but I know he had those.
I know
he had
you guys cheersing them at lunch. Like, my mom packed them. Did your mom
I
pack
vividly
them too?
remember going to his house once, and he's like, I got the s'mores. And like, we went right for them and ate the s'mores. So.
That's great.
As two formerly chubby boys, yes, we were. He had great snack habit. I
I
remember.
love
that for
how
sure.
like not much has changed since then. Like you guys still like love food and get excited about food. Like the two of you.
100%. There's a place in
Man,
OBX.
I have no idea what this product
Yeah, me
is.
There's a place in
I haven't
OBX
seen that
called
either.
Sugarland. There's two of them on the strip, and they're
There's more than two. They're
massive candy stores, massive. Like,
total trap for like parents.
and we went there, and I cannot tell you how excited I was. We bought like for the house, we bought like a box of taffy. Just 'cause you're at the beach, you got to get taffy. But everybody buys just like a big bag of shovel, and we just throw it out, and everybody's just
Nice.
eating
Whatever they
candy.
want, yeah.
We had like peach rings and the raspberries and
Yeah.
gummy sharks.
The gummy sharks, you
and-
gotta have
oh, gummy
those.
sharks were so good.
Yeah.
We bought your sister this like
Oh, we
Kit-
gotta get that thing.
that they made like for the store in like a takeout box of like sour pickle like DIY
She
stuff,
loves
and it was just
pickle
like
everything. That's right.
all kinds of crazy stuff in there.
But we got her something called a goo goo cluster.
I think they're a southern
It has
thing.
nothing to do with pickles, by the way. But she didn't eat it until she got home, and she texted me, and she's like, "This is the best
Yeah,
candy
Nashville.
I've ever had." And I was like, "Damn it, we didn't get there. It is. We didn't get one for ourselves. We got to get them."
Goo
And if you're
cluster.
interested, you don't have to spend money on a Goo Goo cluster. You can get their bag of Goo Goo clusters, which are
Yeah.
tiny, and they're called Lil Goos. Get
So
yourself
they're
a bag
like
of Lil
individually
Goos.
wrapped, these Goo Goo
Yeah.
clusters?
Yeah, and it's like you know, like Little Debbie size.
that
like-
looks
yeah,
good.
that's what I'm looking
yeah,
at.
we got to get one. Mom Brain thinks we won't say names. The local mall
You know where
around
you know where
here,
I'm like 99% sure you can get
has a
them.
candy store.
Pennsylvania.
No. This
Oh,
way.
that one,
Yeah,
Do you know where
has a
I'm
candy store, and they might have.
99% sure
Go.
you can get them? Come to Cracker Barrel.
Oh my god, I think
I'm
you're right. I
sure
think
they-
we
I'm gonna look it up.
got to go there today.
You know what? I'll see if I can do an online order if they'll
Oh
send us
my
the
God.
Goo Goos.
I was gonna say before I get interrupted, and we'll get back to Nintendo news. Lube,
Yeah.
I'm very nostalgic for the s'mores things. Now I'm blanking on the
Suddenly
name.
S'mores?
Suddenly
Suddenly
s'mores. I was
Susan?
that's what I was gonna say was that, and I was like, that's not it. But I will forever, for the rest of my life until I die, always think of you when I see the fruit pies. 100%.
Oh yeah.
That
That's-
is such a nostalgic
I
memory.
see them at the end cap at ShopRite.
Because it
every
reminds me
day,
of
and I'm like,
lunch with
they
you
were
and John the
wrapped in
Savage,
tinfoil.
and we would guess what it was going to be,
Yeah.
and just it reminds me of hanging out at lunch and having a great
Now,
time.
wait.
And
So they came in 2-packs, and my father would make me lunch,
There you
and
go.
he would give me one, and he would wrap it in tinfoil for whatever reason. He would just wrap it in tinfoil, and I never knew
Is it
like
cherry?
what flavor
is
it
it
would
lemon?
be.
Is it
I love
blueberry?
that.
Yep.
Oh,
I
that's
love
cool.
that.
And we would
So
guess.
every day was
Now-
a guess. Yeah.
Do you think that he on purpose,
No.
like it wasn't just like I'm gonna surprise Lou
No,
with
that
like
was just how he wrapped everything.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like they were in packs of 2, but he
Yeah.
only wanted to give you one. So
Yeah.
you had to open it,
Yeah.
wrap
Yeah.
it in foil, and then give
Mhm.
it
But
to
like-
you like
and it's
one
like
at a
it's,
time.
you're going to eat it anyway.
but
so.
I probably would have like used the wrapper to like put one leave it inside the wrapper
I-
and like put that
I
one in
think
your
so,
lunch
because
box.
it was like a wax paper type wrapper.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I
yes.
think he did like some days he would just fold over
Right,
whatever
Yeah.
was
right,
left.
and like I would have done
Listen,
that.
they both can't go. One of them's got to
Yeah.
be
Right, but
mystery.
like Daddy Lube knows what flavor it is because he picked it. So like, why not give Baby Lube the wrapper?
What are you talking about? Luke's getting both of them just in separate days.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought like
So, like, one
Lube
day-
Dad packed one for Lube Dad and one
No.
Lube
for
packs.
Okay.
Lube's dad packs for Lube every day,
So-
and
Yeah.
you can only
Got
do
it.
one wrapper one day.
So then you'd only be able to guess like every other day because
I-
you'd
I
probably
think
know.
there were days where that
Oh,
did
really?
not
Yeah,
happen.
because I think we had multiple boxes.
I
We would just
remember-
open up, like, all of them
I
and
remember
just take
vividly
whatever.
where we were all sold on it being lemon because the day before was lemon, and it was not lemon. I don't remember what it was, but it was like, oh my
Wow.
god, it's not lemon.
Yeah. So
And-
I would nibble all the edges around
Yep,
it
yep.
first.
to like tease everyone. Like, what's it gonna be,
and
boys?
he makes them all do the drum roll. Like,
Such a good,
I'm getting a little
stupid
flavor
memory.
here that's recognizable, but I won't tell you what it is
is
yet.
it citrus? No, maybe.
Oh, I
God,
remember
that's
this.
great.
That is such a memory.
Memories from those time periods
Yeah.
are foggy at best, but I do remember that too.
Well, that's such a vivid memory for me, without a doubt. And Nikki Hill used to get the Ninja Turtle ones, like the
Mm.
same pie things, but they were Ninja Turtle
Speaking of,
faces.
I'm gonna go upstairs
Green
and get the
ooze.
beautiful shirt that I bought for you that you refused to wear.
All right, we're going to a Nintendo story. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 came out on the Switch. And once again, saw Mario and Sonic go head-to-head in a number of Olympic events alongside their compatriots like Amy and Bowser and Dr. Robotnik and Koopa Troopers. Well, apparently, the original plan was to make it a much bigger collection of characters, but it became such a licensing nightmare that it was squashed. Lee Cocker was the producer on that game, and on social media, he's revealed that the plan was to make it a somewhat Smash Brothers-esque style Mario and Sonic game, although they would not be going for other games so much as games and other entertainment properties. Just to name a few. Under consideration were monsters that go in your pocket, because I'm not allowed to say the name of that game anymore for today's podcast.
Oh, nice.
Street Fighter, Mega Man, Metal Gear Solid, Legend of Zelda, other unnamed Sony and Microsoft properties, and also Dragon Ball. So the more they wanted to do, the more it was like Goku can play can run track with Sonic, but he's not allowed to do shot put with Bowser because some stupid rule. And then all the companies started doing that stuff, and they were like, well, we're not going to have like sports where you can play as 3 characters because whatever stupid reason. So they're like, forget it. It's just Mario and Sonic again. So what we could have had, but licensing ruined it, which goes to show, like I said before, how crazy it is that Sakurai does Smash Brothers, because he managed to wade all of those waters and all those connections, and everybody can do everything with everyone, and there's no problems about, I don't know.
Okay, so fighting
Metal Gear or Solid Snake punching Cloud in the face while Sora laughs at them. Like everybody's like, yeah, that's okay, everything's fine. No problems at all with any of it. So it's crazy that happens.
So fighting game with every character ever you love. The idea of a Olympics game with every character ever you love. Mario Kart? Nope. Gotta have Mario characters, according to RMC.
Oh, I'm not saying I want. I didn't touch on that at all. I don't want it. I think it should be Mario and Sonic. That's what the name is.
Okay. I thought I heard you say what we could have had wistfully. That wasn't wistfulness.
Well, yeah, wistful, but not for me.
Wistful for others because you're so nice.
Yeah, I know, like Mega Man. I love Mega. It's Mario and Sonic. No, they shouldn't be in there.
Oh, what if it was called Mario and Sonic and Mega Man at the Olympic Games?
Then it's okay. If they did that with the name, I would be angry, but I'd be like, well, he's in the name. I can't be angry about it. King Broly says, I think if they'd gotten Mega Man alone, I'd have bought it. I think if they give us anything Mega Man, I'd buy it, but we're too busy talking about how important Mega Man is to us, and then never putting out a new Mega Man game. Gonna skip those for now. Man, I'm doing my best, people. I'm sorry. We were gone. We're having fun. We're talking about.
Love it.
I love it.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up on Google Cluster's website. Cracker Barrel.
We got it.
Also, Tractor Supply.
You gotta get it. Donkey Kong Bonanza is out. It came out. What day did that come out? It's been out for
a couple weeks, 3 weeks.
It's been out for 1 week.
1 week.
It came out on Thursday. So a week and 3 days.
3 days. Mom Brain, hold on to it until after the story. We got so much to do. Donkey Kong Bonanza is out, and according to the game business, which is spearheaded by Christopher Dring, the game likely saw Donkey Kong's biggest launch in the UK ever. So we got the sales. We saw that Donkey Kong Bonanza debuted at #1 in the UK for the weekly sales chart. That's great, especially because the Switch 2 hasn't sold so many units worldwide on a grand scale. So to have it be #1 right away shows you that the buying power is there, and the people who have the Switch 2 are ready to buy new games. The previous franchise record holder for best debut was Donkey Kong Country Returns on the Wii. And that game actually sold a few thousand more units than Donkey Kong Bonanza did. But Donkey Kong Country Returns was physical only, whereas Bonanza is digital, and there's no doubt with the digital numbers factored in. Donkey Kong Bonanza beat it, and handily so. And also, that doesn't include direct sales from Nintendo either. So there's a much higher ceiling to the number than we know. It's also important to point out that when Donkey Kong Country Returns came out for the Wii had a much bigger install base at the time. So for Donkey Kong Bonanza to beat that, it's very impressive. And as I always say about UK all the time, it's Sony territory. So anytime Nintendo can claw their way into a new record spot, that's a major achievement.
Bosh.
Top 10 Donkey Kong games as far as debuts go in the UK. Donkey Kong Country Returns HD on the Switch, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Miniland Mayhem on the DS, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Wii U, Donkey Kong Country 2 on the Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch. Then your top 5 are Mario vs. Donkey Kong on Switch, Donkey Kong 64 on the N64, Donkey Kong Country on Super Nintendo, Donkey Kong Bonanza, without all the numbers I just said, and Donkey Kong Country Returns, the original on Wii. Totodile says, "Oh, banana." Which do will understand. Did you get that TikTok where it's a guy every time he walks by his kitchen he looks at the bananas and it goes, "Oh,
no, man!" But that's so funny because that's going to be in my head for the rest of my life. If I ever hear that soundbite, it's going to be
that whole thing is stuck in my head. The "oh banana" and then good to go when he eats it, or the longer one.
Man, that it's so satisfying for some reason.
When we talk about it, satisfying is the word that I'm going to hone in on. Yes. Bananas are satisfying. There's a report that came out. Oh, you want to do your thing and annoy me?
Look at what I got for him.
Mom Brain went thrifting in OBX with some of the other family members, and Mom Brain bought me a shirt with a train on it because, as you know, according to the podcast, I love trains.
Well, first of all, your beard's going to cover it. And second of all, that would be a nice color for you.
Listen,
Thank you,
thank you for the color compliment. It is also true that my beard will cover it, but I will know it's there, so I don't want it.
And
Which is why you'd love it, probably,
it's our
right?
old middle school colors.
Oh, there you go. That's point.
There
I
you go.
literally swear to God, I almost wore the shirt today for the podcast. Really, almost did. But here it is anyway.
Crushing
I
my
have
dreams.
decided I didn't want to do it, and here it is. I'll wear it for my birthday. All right. Xbox is a report has come out that Xbox is supposedly going to announce some Switch 2 ports in a while, or in the near future. Here's what we know for a fact. Microsoft has said, in not these words exactly, "We love the Switch 2. We're going to support the Switch 2. They just haven't said what they're going to do.
Morty works for Microsoft.
Oh, geez, we love the Switch 2. So we know games are coming. We just don't know what and when. Insiders are claiming that, well, the game business has said, quote, Xbox is expected to announce more game ports to other platforms, including the Switch 2, in the coming weeks, end quote.
They'll
Now,
do Gears of War.
So if the
There we
rumors
go.
of a Nintendo Direct are true this week, I would hedge my bets on at least some of the Xbox games getting revealed at that
I mean,
Nintendo
if they're
Direct.
porting it to Sony, they're going to port it to Nintendo.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Now, what games? We've heard pretty much run the gauntlet. The Halo Master Chief Collection, Gears of War,
Yeah.
Starfield, the Indiana Jones game, Forza. So we've heard everything. And I'm sure many of those are going to end up being true. It's just when will we hear them? If the Direct happens this week, again, I would say we will hear about some of them this week. But who knows? But it's not a case of where there's smoke, there's fire. It's a case of Microsoft's already told us they're going to do this. Just when are we going to find out about it? So.
That's pretty dire for them, right? If they're going to let Halo be on another system, like that's kind of. I mean, I know Halo's not what it used to be, but like,
here's the thing: a lot of analysts are saying that for game companies to survive, this is what they have to do. For game hardware manufacturers to survive, this is where the money's made. This is how you do it, and we've seen proof in that. Because when Sony puts stuff on Xbox and vice versa, they sell a lot. They storm the sales charts again because the turnover between Xbox is doing terrible, but the Xbox fans are like Xbox only, and the PlayStation fans are always PlayStation only. So when they get a chance to play something that they would otherwise never have a chance to play, they jump on it. So sales are going well. And then you're like, well, why doesn't Nintendo do it? It's the same thing analysts always say. Nintendo operates in their own space. They are without explanation. Nobody understands them. Just Nintendo is Nintendo, and they defy every other thing that goes on. So as far as Microsoft and Sony go, almost every analyst is in agreement. This is what they have to do to make money and to continue on. So you'd have to be like, at some point, why don't Sony and Microsoft just do one system together? And that's that. So I would imagine at some point that conversation will happen. It's just who's going to let their pride fall first. And I say Microsoft because they're already done. Like Sony will, I think, ride that pride into the ground till it hurts them a lot. But Microsoft, I think, would be down with it. So I don't know. Aussie McBucket says Grounded
Ride
2
that pride.
and Pentiment 2 incoming. Grounded 2 probably, definitely, I would say, since the first came to Switch. But I had talked about the Nintendo Direct. We don't need to do that. And piggybacking off this same story, here's more proof of Sony heading in that direction. Sony just posted a job listing for a senior director, multi-platform and account management. This is directly related to PlayStation. Here's what the job description says. This person, quote, will play a critical leadership role in shaping and executing the global commercial strategy for PlayStation Studios software across all digital platforms beyond PlayStation hardware, including Steam, Epic, Xbox, Nintendo, and mobile. That is what they specifically say. Microsoft has been bringing games to Nintendo platforms for years now. It's old hat for them. Sony just recently started getting into it. We have Lego Horizon Adventure. Is that what it's called? The MLB games. I know I'm forgetting something else, but Sony's been dipping their toes in those waters.
A big one for me is Helldivers coming to Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be so huge. I still actively play the game. Like I'm so pumped for that to have all these new people join. It's gonna be awesome.
And that's what's happening. So we know Sony has started it. I'm just going to leave it at that. We know Sony has started it, so now they're having somebody come in or looking for Sony to come in and spearhead that stuff. So this shows a multi-platform approach for Sony is very important to them going forward. So they'll still have their PlayStation brand and probably still put out PlayStation systems, but they're going to be looking very closely at what games can go to other platforms, including Nintendo stuff, which you'd have to imagine would be the Switch 2 at this point. Sokar says, I guess the scales have been tipped. I will say in the comments, all the Nintendo fans are celebrating because they're like, Sony's been shoveling all over Nintendo for decades now, and now look at them bringing their games over.
You're gonna have Mario and Sonic and Crash Bandicoot at the Olympic Games.
It'll probably be like, yeah, there you go. It'll be like Spider-Man on Switch 2 and a God of War on Switch 2, and that's Crash Bandicoot and Spyro aren't that. I don't understand Sony. I don't understand Sony at all. Crash Bandicoot, our mascot, we don't want him anymore. Spyro, like the number one of the other big games people know PlayStation 4, go to somebody else.
I would say people don't even know Spyro for PlayStation. It's been so
long. Not anymore. Yeah. No, forget it. Crash still has some people, but it's been so long since Crash was only PlayStation. Sony was just like, we don't want those cartoony games anymore. So now they got everybody's favorites like Siphon Filter and
we got Astrobot.
They do have Astrobot. Right. It's so funny because I was thinking Sony must be like, we did a bad idea with this Astrobot because boy, would those Nintendo fans eat up this game, but we can't bring it over to their system. So whatever.
Do you think that would never come over to Nintendo? It wouldn't even
make sense for it to come over.
Yeah.
They threw away Crash and Spyro for Concord. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. That's where we are now. You're exactly right. A game that disappeared the month it came out. I know Astrobot is a very different situation for them, and it's not like a huge seller, but it sold millions, and it's an important piece of the puzzle for them to have. But they're not going to use that as a stepping stone to branch out into those other areas. They're clearly going to make it, we'll just put these games out on Nintendo systems too, because the audience will be there. So other Astrobot, like if Sony ever did another Ape Escape, that would definitely go to a Nintendo system, and Nintendo fans would eat that up, like no questions asked. But will they do another Ape Escape? Because Astrobot's makers were like, hey, remember Ape Escape? That was an awesome game, and they give it a little nod and a little playable level. But Sony hasn't touched Ape Escape in forever, so I don't know. We're not doing this Pal World versus Monster game because that's just a minor update. We did the Nintendo Direct. All right, we are at the releases. I'm going to blow through these releases. I'm going to do them.
You're not going to do it Nicky Hill style?
No, I'm going to do them quickly on my own. I will handle both of them. If you want to just play my music, I'm
going to take Music Man's advice NP.
You want your music or Nikki's?
Mine, please.
I
I would never take his. Switch and Switch 2 eShop releases in North America. What do we get this week? If you have a Switch 2, you can enjoy No Sleep for Kaname Date or Date from AI The Somnium Files. It's the third entry in that award-winning franchise, out now on Switch or Switch 2. Super Mario Party Jamboree Nintendo Switch 2 edition plus Jamboree TV. So that's content you can only play on the Switch 2. It's the base game with the Switch 2 content, but if you already own the Switch game, you can get the Switch 2 content separately. Also available, Wild Hearts S. If you're not sure that you are into that, you can play a demo. And Lube, that is basically Monster Hunter, but by another name.
Oh, my other stepson's playing Monster Hunter like crazy.
I've heard Wild Hearts S is fun. I do want to try the demo. So that's out. Yeah, it came out yesterday. You okay? Here's your Switch only release. Or not Switch only, but Switch specifically. You can also get them on Switch 2 if you want. Mado Monogatari, Gaia and the Wondrous Academy. No Sleep, like I already said. 4x4 truck off-road car driver. And Roger. That is the name of the game. And Roger. Arcade Archive Super Basketball. Arcana Familia Renato. Ball Blast. Car Simulator Bundle. Coloring Pixels Collection 6. Day of the Shell. Duranko Wonko. That's that game I showed you a trailer for about the little Pomeranian dog that gets really dirty.
Oh, yeah.
No, not dirty.
Ed and Edda Grand Prix Racing Champions. The PC 980 version of Hide Live 3 SV. Explorers Collection, the Oregon Trail and Carmen San Diego.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's good. I gotta see which versions of those games that
Where
is.
in the world is...
FPS Bulletstorm, Front Mission Remake Trilogy, so all three games in one package. Haven Deluxe Edition, Hyperspace, Knights of the Round Peg, Learn to Play Drift Moto, Make It Choco Banana, Monster Legacy Cozy Puzzle Crossing, Noah's Dilemma, Noctuary, Pixel Treasure Hunt, Picture Treasure Hunt, Pixel Game Maker Series, Hakopio, Pokemon Friends, Pro Craps, Rubber Duck Race Simulator, Seashell Isle, a shooter bundle with Ghost Assassin Hotline, Water Blast, Shadow Blade, and Your Eyes Journey. Soma, award-winning game finally coming over to Switch. Sunbury Valley, Tales of the Shire, a Lord of the Rings game, comes out July 29th. That's been delayed multiple times. but it's now
Oh,
finally coming
yeah.
out.
I'm interested to see what that game's like.
I am
Is that like the
nosing.
farming one?
I think it's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a cozy
yeah.
game,
like
right?
Animal Crossing,
Yes.
cozy, farming, yeah, all of them. Terra Slide, you get a bundle of Plucky Squire and Swords of Ditto. Tiny Titans Card Rumble, Transporter, Zashiki Mawashi.
Wasn't he a wrestler?
Zashiki, yeah, definitely big wrestler. And Zero Sum Heart. No comment, not surprisingly, because it was a very busy week. Now I'll go right into Europe. Switch 2 releases.
What are the next European masterpieces?
No Sleep once again, Super Mario Party Jamboree once again, Wild Hearts S once again, and WWE 2K25.
Got called out. You mentioned Pokemon Friends.
I did. Oh no, I'm sorry. Shite.
That means you can't mention Pokemon next week.
I'm so sorry. That's the deal. Switch games, No Sleep once again. Shadow Labyrinth, which is also available on Switch too. 4x4 truck off-road car driver, airport police contraband simulator, border patrol. Whoops. Air and Roger. Arcana Familia, La Storia della Arcana Familia, Renato. The Azure Striker Gunvolt Trilogy Enhanced. Mega Man fans, get that trilogy if you haven't played any of those games. Ball Blast, Boba Tea Merge, Coloring Pixels Collection 6, Command Under Fire RTS, Cozy Collection, Duranko Wonko, Draw Shooter, Ed and Edda Grand Prix Racing Champions, the PC 9801 version of Hide Live 3 SV,
I'd lied.
Giant Flea, Gym Manager, Hatsune Miku Logic Paint S Plus, Hidden Object Bundle, Hyperspace, Korean Drone Flying Tour, Uang C, Learn to Play Drift Moto, Make It Choco Banana, Miscellaneous, A Tiny Tale. Look that game up. Looks really cool. If you like Chibi Robo, you'd probably be into it. Monument Valley 3, huge franchise. Noah's Dilemma, Pick a Fish. Picture Treasure Hunt, Pineapple, A Bittersweet Revenge. Bless you. Monsters of the Pocket Friends, Pro Baccarat, Rogue Match, The Extraplanar Invasion. Seashell Isle, Seeker Paws, Cozy Office, Soma, Spray Paint Simulator, Squish Machine, Little Black Squish Balls. This is where I make Santa Pizza. Strike Mission, Terra Slide, The Keys to the Imagination, Tiny Titans Card Rumble, TT Drop, Transporter, Waffle Kitty, and Zero Sum Heart. Nicoderunia says, it's back! The sweetness is finally back. No sweet releases means the week gets bitter. Well, we're happy to make it very sweet for you, my friend. Stop that goddamn music. Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Nothing.
Okay, Lube, whatever you want to talk about.
Oh, I played Fortnite and I played Helldivers 2, but I just started playing a few days ago Diablo 4 because it was a PlayStation download game. So I downloaded to give it a shot, and I like it. I mean, it seems exactly like Diablo 3 in terms of how it plays and everything like that. It's fun. My biggest issue I'm having is I don't understand a lot of the mechanics of like crafting your weapons and like doing this and enchanting them with that and all this crap.
The man just wants a gauntlet experience, damn it.
That's what I said. It's like a great gauntlet experience. And also, and I brought this up with you, and it's funny how you were talking about Borderlands, where it's almost like a looter shooter, I think is the name of it. Yes,
that is correct.
And like I spend all the, I go through this dungeon, and I get to the end of this dungeon. And I spend all my time. I get all these new weapons, like all the time, weapons and armor. You're constantly picking up all this new stuff. And then I feel like I'm like, oh, now I got to go through and upgrade all my stuff because I just got all this new stuff. And like 5 minutes later, I level up, and then I get all new stuff again. And I'm like, I just spent all that time going through all my weapons and armor. I was like, now I got to do it all over again. And you put like these gemstones in your armor and stuff. And now I got to take all the gemstones out of my armor. I got to put them all in my new, which I'm making it out to sound like more of a hassle than it is. But I'm like, I don't want to constantly be doing that.
Item management, the game.
I'm like,
there should be a button that's like transfer these things to your new weapon. Done.
That, or it's like I want a weapon that's like at least going to carry me 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
it sounds silly, but I completely agree. Where you're like, how about you don't give me something better every 5 seconds? Like, let me play with this one for a bit before you give me something.
Yeah, and
noteworthy.
it's like the same thing. I'm like, there's only like 3 levels of like, there's like the blue rare, and then there's like a gold, and then there's an orange. That's a mythic. So I'm like, oh, an orange one. Let me put that on. And like I go through the next dungeon, and they're like, oh, here's a blue item that's better than your orange one already. And I'm like, oh, And I remember Borderlands, I was getting the same way, which is another reason why I was like, I'm done playing this, because every time you pick up a new weapon, it's like, oh, let me
I know they talked a lot about that weapon system in this new one and how they've really made it so that they specifically said they aimed for weapons that you'll be able to run with for a while before before you come across something where you're like, maybe I should go with this. So seems like that issue, at least according to them, has been done away with.
Yeah. So I mean, Diablo 4, I like it. It's a fun game, but like that part of it, I'm just like,
What kind of a character are you?
Oh, I didn't know what to pick, so I chose the sorcerer, and I just do all electricity spells because I think it's fun to just electrify people.
Is that it?
Yeah. I mean, I've played a lot of things since my last podcast. I mean, I did the TMNT, had like the super bundle pack. I downloaded that. I was playing that. I finished Indiana Jones and the Great Circle a while back. I played Jesus Louise, I can't even remember what's that I played. I haven't been playing any Civ, but I have the itch to go back and play a game of Civ. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Is there a new one, or
there is a new one?
It's
out
already.
Civ
I
7
shouldn't
is
say that
out.
on the podcast. Yes, there is a new
Civ 7 is out. I can't play it on my computer because my computer's not good enough.
If you get a
So me
Switch too, you can
John
play it there
Savage
with
have the same
with
problem.
the mouse controls too.
Yeah, I was gonna buy a Steam Deck just to play it, but now I think I will get it for the Switch too.
Especially upgraded
But
for the
then
Switch
here was
too.
my problem too. Like I already bought it on Steam, so like I
You
don't
know,
if
if you email Steam, they're really good about refunds.
Yeah, maybe
I
we
well,
get a
my
really
thing
think
is
you
too,
could do it.
like I have it on Steam. Eventually, I'm gonna get a new computer, and like when I
yeah,
get
but
my
you can get it
computer,
way
I don't-
cheaper by that time.
That's
And
true.
there'll be a deal. Yeah, I really, if you honestly tell them the situation, I really think you'll be able to get a refund, no problem. They're very good about that stuff.
And I guess that's it.
Do
Ooh. Played Animal Crossing New Horizons. Today was the bug off, but I was a little early for it. Started at 9, and I wasn't going to wait around on my island for 30 minutes waiting for the bug off. So
I bugged off.
yeah, so I bugged off and played some Fortnite. I finally, after we played last night, I finally bought the battle pass because I'm a level 148 or something like that. So I was like, I think that's going to be enough to get all the V-Bucks. And it was. So I'm V-Buck rich, and I've got a whole bunch of new, I didn't even look at, to be honest. None of the stuff I saw was any of that cool. But maybe there's like a emote or something in there. I mean, I probably won't be using any of the characters, but I'll probably use an emote or two. But yeah, so that's about it for Fortnite. And like that, the thing about Fortnite is good for me to know is I haven't been playing solo to level up this season, which is like what I was doing the previous seasons, and I still made it no problem. And we have been playing like quite a bit less, I feel like, than usual. So there's still hope. And then I played and beat Death Stranding 2.
Oh, wow.
Death Stranding 2 was wonderful. It was really, really great. I see it kind of as part of the first Death Stranding, so I don't want to say if it's better or worse. I mean, I must say, for as weird as the story is, in this sequel, I was able to call two big things that happened in the story before they happened. And I was pretty proud of myself because you have no idea where these games are going, you know? So I don't know if that, you know, I don't know. I really loved the second game. I just I don't know if it was as good as the first, and I think it's just because the first one like was unlike anything I'd ever seen, really, kind of. And this one's great, and it does everything that the first one does, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and it's got all the stuff that I liked about it. I liked all the characters, and you asked Mom Brain last time we had a podcast, like, what's up with the women? It sounds like there's no women in this game. There were women in the first game, but in this one they've ramped it up, and all the women are like the best characters too. So it's like, I don't know, it's really great. It was really, really great. I loved it. It gives you a real special feeling. So I don't know. By the end of it, though, I was ready. I was like really pushing through the last couple of missions, partly because Donkey Kong Bonanza was coming out and I wanted to be ready to play that. But partly because I got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm ready. You know, I put in like 60 hours. So it was like, you know, it wasn't like a sneeze.
Yeah.
But yeah, really, really great fun and so weird. And like, I'm seeing things on TikTok that I didn't even know you could do, like crazy things. And it's just such a cool game. Like if you really wanted to, if I had the gumption to like keep playing and like mess around a little bit, I have a feeling I could discover some really fun things. Cause there's a few things I didn't do that like normally I would in a game like that. Like I never climbed up to the highest peak just like for fun or any like weird things like that. And I think a lot of that just came from like I put a bunch of time into Death Stranding 1 and put a bunch of time into Death Stranding 2 and I enjoyed it. So I would say Kojima, you did it again. Keep on keeping on, you strange man, you.
Oh, he will.
Yeah, I mean, holy cow! And I'm glad it's doing well because hopefully it means like they'll let him keep making some games because
I wouldn't worry
he's
about
so
him.
interesting. But yeah, so that was really cool. And last but not least, I've been playing the crap out of DK Bonanza.
Ooh, banana.
DK Bonanza is Nintendo's Gorilla Simulator. It's great. I'm like kind of at a loss for words at how much I love this game. It follows a long line of Nintendo games that when they come out and I start getting into it, I'm like, well, there goes a whole bunch of old games. Like I'll never go back and play a whole bunch of old platformers just because this game is so much fun. And we played Fortnite last night. I was trying to like smash through like mountains and stuff, and I was like, what am I doing? Like I'm in Fortnite, I'm not in DK. Like so there's just there's a magic that they capture with the gameplay of this where one thing leads to another. The smashing never gets old. There's a constant, it's almost like being at a casino. There's just like a constant
you're right.
barrage of your
It's
senses
a great way of putting it.
with like collecting the items and smashing things, and the way that the smashing feels in your controller, like it all comes together to become this like visceral experience, and you don't even notice that like hours are melting by. I've tried a couple of times. I've been like, oh, I'm hungry. I played for an hour. Like maybe I'll take a break, and I'll go back and like on my way to going to save, I'll find this fossil or find this banana or, oh, here's a secret, and then I played 20 more minutes, and then that just keeps going. And it's like special few games do that to me where, you know, I love it so much and yet can't put it down either. Like do not get tired of it. So there's something very like SteamWorld Dig about the satisfying nature of
the
it.
Exact same thing.
Where you can just there's almost no limit. It feels like a Breath of the Wild in the way where it's like there's no limits. Like if you see something, most likely you can get to it, and like it's just so addictive. I can't even explain
I've
it.
dug myself into so many holes where I'm like way below everything, and I'm just like, you know, treasure chests are popping up and gold bits are popping up, and I'm smacking the ground to get it, and then like I'll have like a moment of lucidity, and I'm like, where am I? How did I get here?
Yeah, like you can start the game like, oh, I'm gonna go to the exclamation point, and then you immediately forget about it because the game is so colorful and fun, and there's always something, and like it gets to a point like I loved it immediately, but once I got a hand, like in the second level, I got a pretty good grasp of all the mechanics, and then it just like opens up for you once you start like surfing on the rocks and stuff, and using all those all the like bonanzas that you get. It's just, it like opens up a whole new thing, and then for like 3 or 4 levels you're having a ball, but you're like, okay, I get the gist of this. I know where this is going. I've played platformers before. And then like there's a point like where it just switches. It doesn't switch anything up on you, but it just like it gives you things like each level has something new that you're like, I didn't know this could even be a thing.
Yeah.
Like, how is this a thing? But I never thought about this. There's one thing, I know you're not even like breaking the surface on this game, so I won't talk about it, but there's so many things I want to talk to you about. And
I could tell you exactly where I am.
Where are you?
I just went into the snow world last night.
Oh, so you did you see anything cool in there? Like any new types of rocks that helped you with any? Okay.
I'm at the top, and Pauline is like, it's cold, we got to get off this mountain. And that I was like, by that point I had already played an hour longer than I wanted to. I was like, this is the perfect stopping point. I was like, show me a pitchfork, I'll hit that and I'll save, and then I'm done.
Yeah, I just love everything about it. Now here's the thing. If you know me, you know I'm not a huge Donkey Kong fan as far as like the games go, country or regular, and I don't have a lot of knowledge. Like I know enough about the universe, but I'm enjoying this so much, and I have a feeling that if I was a huge like country fan or DK fan, I'd probably be getting a lot more out of it. Like I'm sure there's like a ton of little like songs or like something that's supposed to be familiar. A lot of that kind of stuff I'm sure is going right over my head, but it doesn't even matter because the gameplay is just a blast.
There are little like musical flourishes and stuff that tie into older Donkey Kong games, and then there's also flat out like remakes of some of the songs. But then there's like stuff that Cranky says that relate to it. Yeah, there's little nods all throughout. I would say there's a lot of nods to Rare in general, like just like the puzzle characters with like big eyes and all that. Like that's very rare. That's not Nintendo. That's very rare. And I feel like Nintendo was like, let's lean into the Rare stuff, not as somewhat of an homage to the work that they did too, because Rare is a huge part of Donkey Kong's history. So, but yes, there have been plenty of moments I've come across where I was like, oh, this is great. This is great because of nostalgia or whatever. But
yeah,
continue on. Sorry.
What would you, knowing me, what would you say I'm doing in this game?
What, say that again?
Knowing me the way you do in video games, what would you say I'm doing in this game the most?
The only thing I can think of, you've already said you get sidetracked easily, but
you're gonna kick yourself when you think. I'll give you a hint. Rat Hat Redemption.
Oh my God! Yes, you got to be leveling up every outfit.
I'm getting every single fossil I can find, and I'm getting
fur
every
color.
fur color. I'm getting every outfit for me and every outfit for Pauline. I am so addicted to that.
Well, it's funny because when I saw you could get I knew there were outfits, and I was like, dude's gonna love this. But then I saw you could level outfits up, and I was like, oh, he's really gonna like.
Yeah,
this.
like it's the leveling up of the outfits actually annoys me, to be honest with you. I'm glad that they can be leveled up, but it just distracts me because it's like I want every outfit before I want the leveled up version, but the leveled up version is going to help me more. But yeah, and the furs, I mean, forget it. The furs are the best. That's the cream of the crop. Changing his fur color, there's like 20 different colors so
there
far.
Are a lot of colors.
So I'm enjoying all of that too. I really am surprisingly liking Pauline and the story. It's simple, but I'm liking it, and I like Pauline a lot, and I like her and DK. What I feared before playing the game is happening, but it's not as annoying as I thought it would be. She's talking quite a lot, and she doesn't need to tell me to aim every time I'm going to aim something. That's like, yeah, that's like my biggest thing. But other than that, it's fine. I also
love how like you'll punch through the ground and like there might be a banana there and it's right in front of your face and she's like, oh, banana.
I was just about to say,
I know it.
If she tells me about a banana one more time,
it's right here, Pauline.
You know, but
she did say something once that I liked. I'm fine with her, whatever, but those same things can be gripes for me too. I did one of the challenges that's timed, and I did it with like less than a second left, and I cleared it. And
cutting it pretty close, huh?
Yes, that's what
I
she
wanted
said.
to
I was
smack
like,
her. Like hated that.
I had only heard it once, so
well,
I was like, I like
when it happened to me, it wasn't my fault why I cut it. Like in my head, it wasn't my fault why I was cutting it close. Like something had happened.
Yeah.
I forget what this situation was, but I was like, Pauline, that wasn't me. It was the controls, but it wasn't.
You punch an enemy off a cliff and it's got to take a while before it
right
explodes,
or something.
and you're like, this is time. Come on.
Yeah. But I love all that stuff, like where because you got the big open worlds, and then you can go into like a little temple almost, and it's like it's own. It's almost like going through a door.
Nintendo has found their shrines era. They're like, what if every game we do has shrines? Like, give me more of it.
but that's what's so fun about it, because there's like no rules when you do it like that, like they don't have to constrain themselves to whatever the level is or whatever.
3 banana shrine where I gotta find 2 hidden. I love it. I love where they're hidden, and I love the things.
And when they're not timed, it's even better, because it's like I can spend as much time in this world as I want doing
music
whatever.
In those shrines is really good too.
The music is really great. I mean, there's going to be no question that the music would be good, but yeah, at first, like the first couple of levels, I was kind of like, this music's fine, but it's like it's kind of simplistic, like it's not what I was thinking. And then
the first, like when you get to like the first real zone, that song, I was like, I like this. I'm not like crazy about it. I'm like, this is a good song. I like this.
Yeah.
But the more you go into it, you're like, oh
yeah,
okay.
There wasn't anything I didn't like, but I was kind of just like, just kind of meh. And then, but yeah, like, and then every song is amazing, and there's so many different types of songs.
When you get
like,
to the minecart level and you go underground to shoot the core thing, the song that's down there, I was like, oh, with trumpets and everything, I was like, oh, this is a great one,
dude. There's a couple of levels that I want to talk to you about. They're so awesome. There's one in particular that's just based around music. The whole level is, and I was just
favorite.
Like, the second, it's even like, I'm not even gonna tell you what it's called, but like I saw the name and I was like, this looks amazing, and then I saw what the level was, and I was like, RMC is gonna love this.
Oh my god, I'm so excited about that.
But
I had no idea.
There were also some levels of things that I know you don't like, so I'm interested.
Listen, I'm dealing with the big bananas as it is, okay? And I know you eat giant apples from time to time. So
oh my god, there's like, you won't be happy.
Big turnips out of the ground. I was like, we're a little too much here.
I'm curious to think what you're gonna think of this one particular level.
As long as the level is fun to play, it's fine. I cannot like the window dressing.
You'll be having a blast then. But there's the setup of the level is great, and I don't know if it's making fun of Americans or if I'm just seeing it. But like,
you're in sub level 800, the pizza level, the American diner level.
Dude, you're not that far off.
Yeah.
Like it's interesting.
Whatever, people got to eat, I guess.
Well, luckily there's cool like mechanics that you do in that level that you don't do anywhere else. Like there's something cool, there's something unique. It's not like, oh, you know everything. Now here's 5 more levels to use your skills that you already have. It's kind of like, oh, there's a new, not even a gimmick, but there's like something you got to do to like get past these barriers in this level, and it's like cool.
I already really liked the like jelly blocks that you punch. Like you punch a blue jelly block, part of it, and part of it pops up. Or I was like, oh, I really like that.
Yeah. It's just a ball. It's just a ball. I know that there's probably more things I want to say about it, but yeah, I can't believe how much I'm loving it. I knew I would like it, but I didn't realize how fun it was going to be. Like just moment to moment, fun, and like addictive. And you get a new banana, or it's like one more banana, I'll stop, and then you get that, and you're like, well, there's probably another banana right over here. I didn't even look here.
Like,
I think you've had enough bananas.
You get the banana, and you're like, well, maybe one slap of the ground, and it's like over here, and you're like, that one's not far away.
All the mechanics are great too. Yeah, like I switched the controls. I don't know if you thought about this, but like when you start, the jump button is the whatever button, A, and like I would prefer it to be B. So I went in and I switched dig down with jump, and that's been great for me. So
I haven't switched it.
I get why they did it, because like down, to dig down, you think it'd be the lowest button.
It's funny, I was just thinking that last night.
So I think that's why they did it, but I was like, I need this button. It's like Mega Man all over again. Like, so I switched that, and it's been great. And just like, I don't know what it was. Like, I think it was when I started and I was like, okay, you can punch forward, up and down, big deal. But then like you could climb anything you want, and like once you could climb, once I saw that
Zeldas where you can climb whatever.
I think it's because like they start you in like a mine, so you don't really know the potential yet, and then all of a sudden you're climbing anywhere you go, anywhere you want, like right from the beginning.
Right when you get out to like the big vine pit with the tower, you have to climb tower, whatever. You're like, oh, this is exciting. Okay.
And a lot of times in a game where you've got special abilities, like in this case the bonanzas, a lot of times in those games it'll be like, okay, this bonanza is cool, but like I can only use it for this, it's only relevant in this level or something. There's something about, or maybe like this one's only relevant this level, but it's kind of a dumb thing, it's not even that fun. All of it, like I've gotten a bunch so far, I'm not going to say how many there are, but like they've all been great, and they all come into play later. And to be honest, I should be using my bonanzas more, because it's so easy to fill that bonanza meter. And like, I'm so frugal with it, just because anything with a meter, I get kind of
I'm the
frugal
same
with.
way. I'm the same.
But
way.
like, we really could be letting
You gotta
loose.
save it for when you really
Exactly,
need it.
and
You never
but
know, yeah,
ex-
if I use it and then something else
I'm
happens,
using
I'm
it
not
all
gonna
now.
have
That
it.
would be overkill.
Yeah,
I don't need to
but
do that.
Yes, I'm the same way.
but yeah, like I really should be a little more liberal with it because it's. I mean, that meter fills up so quickly, and those bonanza powers are really cool. So, so yeah, I'm absolutely loving it. It just is. I really don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I've talked a lot as I usually do about games I played. So thank you for listening. RMC, what have you been playing?
Well, as I mentioned to you a few days ago, I came back from vacation and I had an existential crisis because I was like, I don't want to do anything anymore. We're supposed to live and have fun. So I like just getting back into the groove of things with work and my schedule. My schedule on vacation was completely different. I was getting up at 9 and going to bed at like 1, and then going back to my normal schedule here of getting up at noon and like staying up until 6 in the morning. I literally last night was the first night I did it. I could not get off of the schedule from North Carolina, so I didn't play anything. I only played Fortnite that one night with you guys. I didn't play last night because I didn't know anybody was playing last night.
Yeah,
Did I say last night?
yeah, it was 2 nights.
It was the
Oh,
night before
that I
last.
knew.
We didn't play last night.
Yeah, I played that one night with you guys, and like after that, I literally went and did work and went to bed. Like I just was dead tired. So last night, all week I've been like, I want to play Donkey Kong, damn it! I can't. So last night I played way too long. Same thing happened to me where I was like, a little more, and then it was 6 in the morning. I was like, oh my god, I have to stop here. Everything you said, I agree with. I love it all. I love turf surfing all over the place. I love punching down into random holes and just digging around and seeing what I find. Maybe I'll find a banana or a random treasure chest or a pocket of gold or whatever. Bananium. I'm so sorry. Banandium, whatever it's called. The levels are a ton of fun. The game is gorgeous. Man, is it satisfying when Nintendo does that thing where you hit enemies and you get that little like stop to emphasize the hit. Like, so when you like throw a rock at somebody and it hits them and you get just a little like pause. It's like when Link swings his sword and connects, there's like a little stop and then
they go, bam.
it feels so good. And you get that all the time here because you're punching the crap out of everything.
It does feel like you're punching things. I don't know if it's the
connect.
vibrating or if there's something visceral happening at the same time and the sound effects they use, but it's so satisfying and it
really
feels like there's weight behind all this stuff. And
Donkey Kong controls like a dream. He's like
Yeah.
buttery smooth, and every punch you throw out there just feels so good, and jumping, it just all feels so good.
it really is like
really
pinpoint accuracy
control
as far
him.
as the controls. Yeah.
I love all the little challenges, like we said, the shrines, for lack of a better word. I love the levels are stuffed to the gills with things to do. And even an area that looks small could be jam-packed with stuff underground or in little alcoves or just all over the place. Anywhere you go, you're going to have something to do. So I was the exact same way, where it's just like a constant stream of doing things. You're like digging and collecting gold off to like the guy who's like, 4 of my children are missing. Find my children. And then you do that. And as you're doing that, you see there's a banana in a pipe, but you can't get in the pipe. And you're like, how do I get in there? And then you go wander to find that thing, and then you chase some guy around that's throwing out all these coins, and before you know it, you're like halfway across the map, and you're like, oh yeah, I was trying to get those kids for that guy. So I absolutely love it. It does this great job of like keeping the game flowing where you just don't want to stop and hours fly by. Lube, I really think you would like it because there's something very similar between this and Minecraft, where you get into that state of like digging and exploring and just seeing what's there. The two feelings between Minecraft and Donkey Kong for me are very similar, and I keep thinking it all the time that like if Lou was playing this, I think he would really like this just because you dig and see what you find. It's a lot of fun. My only complaint would be so far the boss fights are too easy, but I'm used to Donkey Kong games being challenging. So it's not like a bad thing. It's just I'm disappointed. I want the boss fights to be tougher, but the boss fights are fun.
You probably won't have a problem, but I thought the same thing up until exactly where you are.
good,
And then I
good.
started feeling that
I don't need them to be hard. I just like a little more challenge. So that's
the bosses might not be more challenging, but like the levels started to get a little more
Okay.
challenging for me.
that's fine. That's
And but the whole while I was playing it, I was like, this is getting challenging, and it's not going to give RMC a problem.
yeah. I am excited for that. Then that's what I want. Yeah, there's just so much to do and see all over the place. You said really everything. I agree with you on absolutely every aspect, and it is. I have not had a game like this where it's so hard, this hard to put down, literally to stop playing it, because just within reach, a few feet ahead is something else to do.
Yeah, and every 5 bananas you level up, you get like a skill point. So you
I got the whole,
like
so I
that.
only have half of it unlocked. I don't know what unlocks the other side. I can see them there, but I've gotten every one of them done. They're not completely filled, but I've gotten every one of them done, and I have like the sonar one maxed out because I use that one all the time, and I love that one. But each of them have at least 2 in them, and yeah, I really like that aspect. And
but that adds to the addictiveness of it.
Yeah,
because you're just like, well, one more banana and I could get a skill point up.
I did that so many times last night where I was like, I only need one more banana to get the next skill point. So yeah, and then I was like, I could do a couple more. Yep, same way exactly. So it's no surprise to see this game getting so many 10s and Game of the Year discussion and all that in there. It will definitely be Game of the Year for some outlets, and it will definitely be. I would be shocked if it wasn't nominated at the Game Awards. It is. Nintendo at its best by far, like every aspect screams Nintendo, and it's just a level of polish in every area that we see Nintendo able to do now because of the power of the hardware. So like, it's just everything's more gorgeous. The amount of destruction and the way that opens up gameplay is possible because of the power of the Switch 2. They originally were making this for Switch, but they're like, we could do so much more on Switch 2. So it's just like with that extra horsepower and features, you see like what Nintendo can do that's different.
Might you say now
Monkey
you're
powers.
playing with power?
Donkey power, yeah. So yeah, I won't harp on it anymore. I'll talk more about it next week, but I have so much further to go. I only have one transformation. I only got
oh, really?
I only have big angry Kong. Yeah. So I know there's other ones in there, but I haven't gotten any of them yet.
You get them from you get them from like the big like sages of each.
Something tells me the next one's going to be zebra related.
And they're all great. Like the designs of the sages are great, and you have to get their
character designs are really good.
Yeah,
like all like the boss guys and all that. They're the one lady monkey and the crazy eyed guy and the miner hat guy.
Yeah.
They're all like the way everybody's animated is great. Like the way Donkey Kong's animated is great. It's just great. It's great. I love it. It's all I want to do. It's all I think about. All right, let's do questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where?
goninpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
It can be about Nintendo video games in general or whatever the hell you want. This week's question comes from Guy Bones. What is the last thing you apologized for? Wow. That's a great question. I feel like I apologize all the time, but it's like a Canadian apology thing. Like I just
Sorry.
feel like I have to.
I had to get a bunch of signatures for my petition for Board of Education. And so I had to apologize to my neighbors for knocking on their door and disturbing them.
Okay. Trying to think what is the last thing I apologized for. Well, I guess I checked in with you today on something to make sure you were okay with it.
Yeah, but that was
a few things, but it wasn't an apology.
Yeah, you didn't need to apologize.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. It's a great question, and I don't know.
My brother uses my Apple account, and I have a couple of digital movies that I've purchased on there. And he texted me the other day, and it was all bent out of shape, and he was like, "Got a question for you. Why no Lebowski?" And I was like, "Well, it's always streaming somewhere. It's on HBO, and I've got the DVD." But I apologized to him anyway, and I don't think I should have. Now that I'm regaling the tale.
I apologized to my sister for something in North Carolina because she was upset about something that I didn't think she'd be upset about. So I guess that's it. But I'm not going to get into specifics. Anybody else? Apologies?
I mean, I apologized when we were playing Fortnite to one of our friends because I put a blue Sprite into the shrine and he wanted me to put the orange
That
Sprite
was
into the shrine.
hilarious. I wish I saved it too.
What friend was that?
So Brian,
Oh, okay.
Brian wanted to put in the specific little boy into the puberty machine.
This is our Fortnite terminology.
Because it gives you, it's like a guaranteed shockwave grenades.
Yes.
And
Very important to Brian.
and Lube had the orange one, but he needed the blue one, and like Brian had the blue one, and Lube was close to the puberty machine, and like Brian could see that he was going to put it in, and he was like, "Let me put mine in, Lube. Let me put mine in because it gives you a shockwave or whatever."
Yeah.
And like Lube didn't know that, and also didn't listen to him, and was like, "Oh, I'm just right here. I'm just going to do it," and
Yeah.
like did it, and then like it popped out without a shockwave, and then Brian was kind of like, "Oh man, like that's a bummer. I kind of wanted that shockwave." And then
It was a little more intense.
and then
than that.
yeah, well,
Or
and
a
then
little
no,
snideful.
well then you were like, "Oh, sorry. Like if I had known that, I would have let you do it." And like, and Brian said, "Yeah, if only I had like asked you to not do anything." And like the way he did, well, I mean, only in a
Yes,
joking way
yes,
that only
yes,
Brian
yes,
could
yes.
do. It was really
But
funny.
In my defense, I legitimately didn't know
That's
that the
great.
two different colored sprites were
Yeah,
in
he
two
was
different
like,
things.
if only I had asked you to.
I
know,
can hear
let me
Brian
do
saying it perfectly, and I know he's not legitimately upset.
Yeah,
but
it was
that's
really
great.
funny.
That's good. There you go. There's some apologies from us. Patreon. Mom Brain, did you know that you could join the Patreon?
For $1.
Yurt Packer did to ask this question. What kind of music do you think Mario, Luigi, Wario, and Waluigi listen to? Wario listens. What's a gross genre of music?
Fart music.
No, I mean, I'm sure he listens to that, but like, just like,
Like European death metal or something.
I was thinking like something like skeevy, like
Yeah.
perverted music.
Like R. Kelly.
Or like Primus. He would like Primus.
I, for some reason, could see Primus. That's true. Yeah, R. Kelly, Wario or Waluigi. One of them is listening.
W. Kelly.
I feel like Waluigi listens to like avant-garde jazz.
Waluigi or Wario? I could see
Waluigi.
Waluigi doing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Waluigi would get down with that. I agree. Mario's the everyman. He listens to everything. He'll give anything a shot.
Oldies.
Luigi, what does Luigi listen to?
I feel like Luigi, for some reason, I get like Kirby music vibes, like immaculate.
Real? Oh, as in the human Kirby we know.
Yeah,
So he's very eclectic. And...
but like very immaculate.
Okay, all right.
Mhm.
I see him
Like,
listening
you
to
know,
like.
if he recommends us like music, you're gonna be like, yes, that, or just like Sabrina Carpenter, Chapel Roan.
I could see Luigi getting down to that, definitely.
like, yeah.
I could also see Luigi doing like just like very like easy listening kind of stuff because he's a scared guy. Like he's very easily startled, so he needs something to just, soothe him.
I was seeing country for him. Like
Really? Wow.
yeah, like I can see him listening to like some contemporary country. Don't know why.
Darmani, lo-fi beats.
Luigi for lo-fi beats?
Yeah, or Radical
Yeah, I
Defect
could-
Master
oh,
Higgins
sorry.
says Enya.
I think
Ah,
Mario
yeah.
would be more like Sinatra and stuff, like old Italian.
Big band classics.
Yeah.
Speaking of music, I get TikTok music recommendations. Oh no, did I not like their TikTok? But it was like, I thought I did. It was it was a band who's got their first album coming out. Oh, here it is. And it says, apparently TikTok thinks you're the right audience for this funky song that sounds like 70s yacht rock, 80s Japanese city pop, and 90s Weather Channel music. And I was like, holy crap, that is perfectly me. I was like, the algorithm is exactly right. The song's amazing. The band's name is Rapallo, and the song is called The Alkalite. So they have an album coming out. So check that out if you want to hear the kind of music I like. All right, that's your questions. Thank you very much. And now we will do music.
Well, I'm about to apologize for only having 5 songs, but I think in the essence of time.
Yes, I was going to tell you to do 5 songs. So
oh my God.
But I was gonna say put the blame on me, but Mom Brain already did it, so blame
I
Mom
got
Brain.
music. You want to hear it?
I do want to hear it.
Oh.
Send your music to GoNintPod@gmail.com.
Where?
GoNintPod@gmail.com.
Maybe I will.
Put music in the title. Help out your local
Help.
Mom Brain. Nikki Hill sent us a picture of Coyote versus Acme, the movie that's coming out with the release date of August 28th. I didn't know. August 28th, 2026. I'm so happy this movie's coming out because it was probably not going to come out, and then they turned it around. That's very exciting. Thank you, Nikki Hill.
Oh,
Speak
Radical
your name.
Defect Master Higgins at 4:42 p.m. posted that in the Discord.
Oh,
I thought it
my
looked
God.
familiar.
I agree.
I'm sorry I missed it.
Well, you're
That's
not going to
great
miss
news.
this. First song this week comes from Mikey3319.
It's got to be GBA,
It is.
and it's got to be licensed.
Yes.
And that is where my knowledge ends. There's so much licensed stuff on GBA. I can't even begin to imagine what it is. It's a bad. I'll say it's a bad license game.
It looks probably like that.
I got no guess. Bad license game on the GBA. Final answer. Anybody else?
RoboCop.
The closest I think I can hone it in is it's probably like a kid's iPad.
Let's go with like Tweet.
That
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
No.
rocket power.
Sabrina.
Yes.
No way.
Who got it? Sabrina, the
Witch?
Teenage Witch.
Wow!
Potion commotion.
This.
That's great. Thank you,
Potion
Mod
Commotion
Retro,
on the
for sending us the Sabrina game.
Mikey,
This is a
great
different
job.
Sabrina game.
And we love
man,
you.
that's funny. I was going to say SWAT Cats, and you jumped in with Sabrina first. Holy crap!
This one comes from Knock on Wood.
Salem was a SWAT cat.
You're right. I know this.
Yep.
Oh, this is Splatoon,
Sure is.
but I don't know what one.
It's just Splatoon.
Oh, okay. This is like when it's teaching you how to play,
Startup.
and then like each time you learn a new thing, it adds in another part to the song, and then it's like, you know what to do, get out there, and then they're like, and they start singing. I'm like, yeah. That was my impression of a squid, of a
You're a kid
inkling.
now? You're a squid now?
I meant to tell you, in Donkey Kong, I love when you go underground and the sound gets muffled. Very classic Nintendo thing. But also, if you punch the NPCs, they make noises, and the noises they make are sped up portions of the song. So like when you punch like one of the puzzle guys and they're like, they're doing like a part of the song you just heard.
Oh,
I
wow.
was like, this is awesome.
It really is incredible.
But anyway,
This one comes from Geku Kitsune.
what is this, the third song already?
Yeah.
Give me a more late 90s, early 2000s Sega sound, and I will give you $1 million. This is a Sega game.
Yep.
It's so bad, but it's also enjoyable. So late 90s, early 2000s. Do you know?
That tracks, I think.
Hard. Classic Sega, but then I'll
Give me a
go
system.
Sonic
It is.
system. It has to be Nintendo, so that means it has to be GameCube.
Yep.
So that means it has to be Sonic Adventure.
Super Monkey Ball.
Sonic Adventure DX.
Super Monkey Ball is another sound I can nail perfectly, but it sounds completely different.
Yeah.
I wish
I
new
mean,
Monkey Balls sounded like old
I
Monkey
mean,
Ball.
All your descriptions could go
Yep,
with that too.
You're exactly right. I really miss that sound. Like, I like the new Monkey Ball game a lot,
Like,
but for me, the soundtrack's completely
I
wrong.
knew it wasn't Super Monkey Ball, but I just threw it out there because it fit your criteria.
It's
Exactly.
right era. Exactly. Yeah, exactly right.
Well, that was from Geku Kitsune. This is from Nico Darunia.
Portable?
Yep.
DS?
No.
GBA.
Yes.
Sounds hard.
It is not.
Is it? I don't know that it's first party. I don't think it's first party.
You know what? It might be. It's one of those I'm not sure. Let me look it up. I don't think it is.
It sounds like it's a little Konami.
GBA? Is it a Castlevania?
It is not Castlevania.
Those instruments sound
It's
very
got that-
Konami Castlevania to me. I know it's not a Castlevania, but it sounds like that. That lead.
It is not first party.
Okay. That noise back there. You're sure it's not first party? That noise is Mother 3. I know it's not Mother 3, but that noise is Mother 3.
Well, I guess technically yes, it is.
Okay, so I'm thinking it's an RPG, so that seals the deal. It's a. I heard a discard chord noise. Somebody's telling me
Yep.
it's first party.
Yep. Thank you, Radical.
So
Feedback
then it's
Master.
you said Pyro, so then it's Golden Sun,
It is.
but I don't know what one. One or two? I got no idea.
The Lost Age.
I think that's the first one. I don't know. I tried to play the first Golden Sun, and I recently tried to play it and got to a point where I was like, I don't understand what I'm doing at all.
The last song today comes from Blood Ocean 07.
You okay there? Another one of those. It's somewhere around that era.
Dance EJ.
I need to hear more before I can decide what's this. Oh. Is it N64?
Yes.
It's really good N64, and that leaves me with two guesses that I know it's not. It's not Bomberman.
No.
Battle tanks.
No.
Turok.
Based on the sound, all I got is I don't know. It could be like a shooter, or it could be a racer.
It's a racer.
But racing on N64, there's a lot. San Francisco Rush, Beetle Adventure Racing, Extreme G,
F-Zero.
Daytona.
It's not Ridge Racing. This is like quintessential. I went to the rental store. They didn't have anything, and this was there. And I was like, I'll get this. I don't know. It's a
Hot
racing game on the
Wheels.
64.
Not Hot Wheels.
There's like so many futuristic racing games and so many like rally racing games.
I would go with Rally.
You've given us too information now.
Too
Too
information?
much information.
Well,
Just take it away. Take it away.
Top Gear Rally.
I wouldn't have remembered that
Great job,
one.
Blood Ocean.
Man, I remember that box. Holy crap. I used to see that at our rental place all the time.
That's it.
Back in the days when like N64 games would come out like once every 3 months, and you're like, oh, Glover or Top Gear Rally? I went Glover. And I was
Not disappointed.
not right and not wrong. Glover, whatever. Play Glover on Switch right now, everybody. And that's all we got.
That's all we got.
And now we're out of here.
Well, you might think we're out of here, but we're not. Dues Views.
Oh.
It's never news. Rumor of the week with Du Michaels. So,
Starring.
ladies and gentlemen, I just first of all I wanted to say thank you to Mom
Wow.
Brain for this lovely fly pin that she got me. The spider pin is out getting some rumors right now.
Mom Brain, while we were in North Carolina, actually got to a real spider pin that he's wearing,
A fly.
right? Or
Yes.
fly pin
Fly
that he's
pin.
wearing right now.
Pretty good.
And Mom Brain once again put together another Canva creation to recognize Du's views. Do take it away.
Thank you very much. So, as you folks know, every week we've got a little spot at the end of the show for rumors about video games. I've got spiders and flies that I send all over the video game realm. They come back with some really, really interesting rumors for us, and I get to share them with all of you. So, without further ado, here's some rumors from Dew. Actually, there is one further ado. I just need to say, usually that these are rumors, but it says here on this note that this story that I'm about to tell you is absolutely true this week. So,
God.
very, very exciting to have an actual news story that slipped through GoNintendo's fingers until
Incredible.
today. So here you go. It's going to be worth it,
It
folks.
can't all be as good as Quince. I missed it. I apologize.
Well, here it is. So we talked earlier about the new voice of Peach, and
We did.
we did, and they got rid of the old voice actress Samantha Kelly, and we found out a little bit more about what really happened behind the scenes there. So it turns out Samantha Kelly and our beloved ambassador, Nintendo ambassador Charles Martinet, who were unceremoniously fired from their excellent work as Peach and Mario and others, they left the company to actually do voice acting for an upcoming game that you might have heard of for a different company called Grand Theft Auto 6. That's right. Samantha Kelly and Charles Martinet are playing Lucia and Jason, the protagonists of the upcoming GTA 6 game, and that is definitely true.
Quite a
Took a long time.
pivot.
Yep.
Quite a pivot for quite a pivot for what they were doing, but I guess now's the time to rebrand yourself.
Well-
when you're a voice actor, you got to have range.
That's right.
Well, Nintendo got rid of them. So
I mean, look at Chris Pratt and his range. Is
Yeah.
Garfield and Mario, and they all sound wildly different.
oh, and here's a here's a preview of what it's going to sound like. They just dropped a new trailer. Oh, Lucia, what are we going to do about the this bank robbery we're going to do? I don't know, Jason. Maybe we'll rob the bank and kill these cops. And then steal a car because it's Grand Theft Auto.
Sweet.
And there you go. And end scene.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for bringing us that very true bit of information that is spot on. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We will see you next week. Oh, not that one. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.
After show, but this show went forever, so we're gonna do no after show. Radical Defect says, Kernal, you have a job to do this week. I agree. Man, his last picture went over really well. Lots of discussion about that one. I'm happy to see that, and it's one of my personal favorites. So, Kernal, you had your week off. Now back at it.
Well, he's gonna have like a drawing every hour. Like he'll start the podcast,
Yeah.
start a drawing, and then 4 hours later he'll be like, I should have drawn
Yeah, right.
this.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Play some games. Hang out with friends and family. Rest, relax. You deserve it. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Go to hell, you
Goodbye. We are.